once again to the FwdCompatible podcast. This is episode 71, part 1, for June 16th, 2013. My name's Tony, and I'm joined, as always, by my fellow podcasters, Mark and Jason.
There was something in California that happened. I think we might discuss it next week. Or today. Everyone look at me weird.
Don't look at me
weird. Fucking fanboys.
And we are rejoined by our... What should we call him?
Sub-host? Because he's not a co-host. He's not a guest host, he's a sub-host. He's kind of like a sub-being.
I think he insulted you.
I don't know.
It sounds like an insult.
It's nothing a woman hasn't said to me in the past.
Well, regardless of your name, I suppose.
We'll just leave that out.
It's that guy.
Regardless of his title.
Well, yeah, his title, that's what I meant. Welcome back, Brian.
What's up, guys?
Hello.
Yeah, so how has everyone's week been going?
I think Jason should just start.
No.
He's going to top it.
The only thing that I'm going to mention is I spent X amount of time at the DMV, X amount of time at a police station, had an entire full beer dumped in my lap.
What?
Yeah, I didn't hear about that
I
part
don't even
yet.
that one yet.
Okay, I'll start with that then. Tuesday, I partook of a sporting event here in Chicago.
What's
at,
that? Is it the nice
at
cross
Wrigley
events?
Field.
Oh.
That's to be expected at Wrigley Field.
No,
You didn't have a good time unless a beer got thrown on you.
Hold on. It didn't get thrown on me. I had the aisle seat, okay, and a gentleman was walking up, bottom of the fourth, not drunk, honest to God, hot dog in one hand, beer in the other. And if you've ever been to Wrigley, you know how uneven those fucking stairs are.
Oh, it's terrible.
He tripped, the entire beer went into my lap, his hot dog went flying, dude jumped up, looked frightened like I was going to whoop his ass, and was like super apologetic, like, oh my God, like stuttering, and I'm just like, just fucking
okay,
go,
man.
just go. So we sat there for like another 2 innings, and then I started to get really sticky, and I'm like, we gotta leave.
Were you cold? Was it like, chilly?
No, it was
chilly
like 80, it was like
My
85
nipples are
out.
good diamonds.
Jason, you could have just jumped in the troughs.
I could have.
You could have.
Yeah, that's
Those are
very
disgusting.
hygienic.
The problem is I was wearing similar shorts to you, sir. And,
These shorts on today? I thought those were booty shorts.
They are super absorbent.
Booty shorts are super absorbent, yes.
So much so that my nether regions were saturated in beer.
So it sounds like Tony's Saturday night.
I go out drinking.
I was gonna say,
Here's
I don't
the
get
problem.
it. Where's the problem?
Here's the problem. I absolutely despise, and this is because I used to work in a bar, despise the smell of beer.
Okay.
Hate it. So then it's on me.
You gotta stop coming in drunk then.
No, that's
Yeah,
not
I
drunk.
like beer all the time.
I wasn't sucking a dick. I
That PBR.
was ew.
Yeah.
So needless to say, my week was really shitty.
Yeah. How about yourself, good sir?
Way better than that. Literally, I worked the first 2 days of E3 at the store, and that was awful because people just heard things and came in and was like, "Here's all my old shit, take it. I don't want it." And then so
A
literally,
lot of system trades already?
Yep. Literally.
I think we're going a little premature on that. What are they going to do for 4 months?
Oh yeah, very much so. Literally, I had people who literally got rid of everything, and today is the first day, I think, in like 2 or 3 days where we're going to open the store tomorrow, and there will be no trades. At least.
Just not accepting them?
No. There's none that I haven't yet to put away from the previous day.
God, you guys suck. I'd have had that shit done in one day.
130 pieces of trade.
Yes.
We just throw them in bags at my store and throw them under the counter.
I'm not being
And
a
when
smart
somebody's
ass.
slow, they get to it like weeks later.
I'm not
Stuff's
being a
like, oh my
smart
God,
ass.
this is from 3 weeks
I
ago. We
was-
should probably process this bag.
I was at Village Crossing and Golf Mill at
Yeah.
the height of both of those stores. 130 pieces was a normal fucking Tuesday. Not Evanston.
No, Evans would be like 6 pieces. Whoa, slow down, guys.
Easy.
I don't want to go put these on the wall.
Yeah.
Leave them there for Carlos or whatever, Caesar, to put them out in
Caesar?
the morning.
Yeah, Caesar.
Stereotypical.
When he gets in at 10:15.
And yet we couldn't fire him.
No.
How about yourself, good sir? Anything interesting happened this week?
Well, let me tell you how awful my week was. I got nothing. I just worked, and I saw Man of Steel, which I enjoyed.
How was that?
No spoilers.
Spoiler-free,
Spoiler free.
Impoverished Geek review.
It was a fun movie. It's a slight alteration on the Superman. I don't want to say Superman mythos because it follows things pretty close, but it's a slight change to the character and the overall style of the character. I enjoyed it. I liked it.
Was he a whiny bitch like in Returns?
No.
Good.
No. Very good. Very interesting.
Fuck is that?
I'm writing it down to
Yeah,
not stop.
I got it. I got it.
Okay. I was just making sure. Go ahead, sir.
And then I saw it out in Schaumburg. So on the drive home, I thought I'd hit that Nintendo preview in Schaumburg at the Best Buy.
Yeah.
The line was going around the store. So I walked in, saw the line. First I was like, that's a short line. I started flying around. Like, oh shit, this line goes around the store. I'm not staying for this.
What were they showing?
They were showing, I know they were showing the new Super Mario 3D.
Everything that was E3. So Smash.
But they had one Wii U set up. It was the store's demo Wii U.
Oh, jeez.
So it was such a half-assed shop. So not only did they have it, I don't want to say the middle of nowhere. Schaumburg's not the middle of nowhere.
Yes, it is.
But they had it out
comparatively
semi-remote. It's not Chicago.
For those who don't live in the area, Chicago and its surrounding suburbs are very populated. Everything else is just desolate. And then they stuck this town called Schaumburg in the desolate area that is very heavily populated as well.
It's a good
but it's in the middle of nowhere.
And also one of the biggest malls in America, I think, is there too.
Woodfield?
It's like number 12.
Really?
Yeah, it's one of them.
Woodfield was designed by a madman. But I would like to get in there with a skateboard or a bike one day and have that place cleared out and just ride the ramps on that place. that would be a lot of fun.
There's so many like half floors.
There are. Yeah. It's crazy. And there's no food court. The food's just everywhere. And not just like nice restaurants. Like the McDonald's is like one floor.
In the middle.
And then the AMW is somewhere else.
Cinnabon.
Yeah, it's really goofy.
Red Robin.
Well, the Cinnabon, not to get all Kevin Smith, is a spot for mid-mall snacking.
It's an autonomous unit for mid-mall snacking.
Yes.
The food court is downstairs. The cookie stand is upstairs. It's not like we're talking quantum physics here.
Yeah.
That's the only... In the past 3 weeks, I've done nothing but watch old Kevin Smith movies just because I'm in one of those moods. The only one I have not watched yet is Mallrats.
Well, let's go.
That's the best one.
Let's go.
I have it in there. I think that's going to be tonight.
She calls you callow in here.
I thought that was the only part of the letter that was complimentary.
I didn't even know. I even watched the evenings.
It means frightened and weak-willed.
I still have the one that you burned for me. Evening
really?
2, the 2 discs. Yeah.
Evening Harder.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so that was a waste, and I walked around the store, and everybody had their 3DSs, and I didn't get a single Street Pass because they were all playing them, or because I already had 5 Nintendo Alert Street Pass people. I don't know why. For some reason, I didn't pick up anybody in that store on my Street Pass.
Did you hear?
Is that like PlayStation Vita Near?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you hear what they're
Which I
going to
still
do
don't
with
understand.
What's that?
Did you hear what they're going to discuss? They're going to change how the Street Pass
Yes,
works?
and I think it's a great idea.
It's amazing. So basically, it's going to pick up on any open Wi-Fi and just connect you, and it's going to Street Pass you there. Anyone who walks by, even hours later, will actually get your Street Pass. So you're going to spread a lot quicker, which is cool for that.
Sounds like herpes.
Your shit's going to go viral.
Basically.
It's a clap. Clap.
That's probably... I got my Ouya, but we can talk about that later, I suppose.
Oh, yeah. That's about it.
Shruggaroo, that's about it.
Yeah, my week was extraordinarily uneventful.
Did you get drunk and fall into a bush again?
I did not.
Damn.
I worked and watched some Stanley Cup finals. That's it.
Yay, Boo Game 2.
Yeah, Boo Game 2. It's 1-1. We'll be okay.
I saw this as the end as well. I forgot to say that.
Shut up! No spoilers! La la la
No,
la.
I'm just saying it was really cool and funny. It's a good comedy. Go do it. If you're over 17. Or 15.
Fucking A.
Or 12.
Well, I suppose we could kick off the show with our weekly roundtable and catch everybody up on what we've been playing since the last time we all spoke.
Well, as you know, Marky Mark totally
Who the fuck
got
said
it.
you can go first?
Mark always goes first.
So? He
He's
hasn't been
full
here.
of,
We
like,
changed shit.
pep and zip and
Shut up, you
anger.
fucking robot.
He's just not fun to be around anymore.
No.
Just smokes.
Maybe you don't have enough RAM to understand this, Mark.
I just upgraded it. So literally with my PlayStation, I got Uncharted 2. I played some of that. Since Infamous 2 was there, I played first hour of that.
Did you activate yours a day late?
No, I got all of mine.
You got the like Ratchet and Clank All for One and
Yeah,
stuff?
I got that.
What did you do? Oh, yeah. You got all those too? Okay.
I've got a great story.
You did it the day before.
I
warned you fucks that it was all changing.
Oh, I knew
lost,
about it like
10
last
games.
week.
I have a great story coming up about that, but it's not my turn yet because Mark had to go fucking first.
Yeah, doing the normal.
He's selfish like that.
Yeah.
I mean, my name comes first alphabetically.
It's the same thing in bed too. He's always got to go first.
Yeah.
Selfish top.
Then I gotta go.
Jesus.
So
Always got to take it one step further.
So that happens.
Doesn't even have the courtesy of a reach around.
Oh man.
Besides
All right,
that,
sorry,
I
go
beat
ahead.
all of Sly Cooper 1. Thought that was pretty sweet. Started the Ratchet & Clank, and I definitely see it's my favorite. Then I did the sad, depressing game of The Last of Us. That's how I'm going to describe it.
Did you fucking download Little Big Planet karting yet?
Yeah, I have it downloaded. I really didn't play much of it.
Well, I'm just making
I
sure
just
you
put
got
it in my queue too. I didn't download it either.
Download it.
I'm
I
out
want
of
to play
room.
that shit.
I'll play it with you. I don't have a headset, though. I don't want
We
it.
got to talk on Xbox Live anyway.
Oh, yeah, let me just do that.
I got Skype.
Yeah, we'll do
Oh,
Skype.
that's right. You got rid of your Xbox.
We got
yeah.
Skype.
Yeah. I did buy Unfinished Swan. I love that. That thing's cool.
How much was it? Because it just said
$375.
It just said. See, I wasted 15 on it.
Yeah.
Ow! You
I-
fucking. What? Your fucking leg hair is sharp.
Man.
Weaponized body hair.
Yeah.
And the last thing I
That's
did,
fucking
hardcore,
Italian.
man.
which was the demo
We're
of,
evolving.
was Journey.
Oh, you got Journey?
I did the demo of it. It was meh. Ish. I don't know. I have to be in the mood for those games. Like, I love Flower.
The demo was
but I have to
probably
be-
half the game. It's only a 2.5, 3 hour game.
Yeah. So I'm just like, meh. I probably may, if I pick it up for like $3, I'll do it. But
It'll go on sale again.
yeah. Unfinished Swan, I thought it was
Walking
cooler.
Dead season one, all of season one's for $5 right now.
Yeah, I
PS
saw that,
Xbox.
which
I've already
sucks,
got it.
but
I've already got it.
I know I don't want to go play through it again. So sadly, I'll miss out on my progression when 400 days comes. When 400 days comes out, but my 400 days will then carry over to season 2. So.
It's 400 days not including the season pass, right? It's a separate purchase.
Yes.
Yeah, it's separate.
Okay.
They said it's
But-
gonna be
Yeah.
$5.
Oh, that's
On the Vita, they're gonna have a bundle where you can buy all 5 episodes and 400 days.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to
I've
play
already
that
got it
shit
on
on a
Steam.
Vita.
Huh?
So I've already got it on Steam, The Walking Dead. So
Nobody wants to play that shit on Vita.
You're just jelly.
No, not
I
at
think it
all.
would work well on Vita. It's got a touchscreen.
Oh, touchscreen.
I've heard Walking Dead is very good with a touchscreen.
I have it on my iPhone.
And
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay.
I prefer the console.
okay,
Go ahead, sir.
me.
Yeah, what'd you play?
Let's see. I played through Citadel and Omega on Mass Effect 3, so I can get that out of the way.
I played through it last week. What'd you think?
I enjoyed it. The very buggy Citadel. I had a naked trainer standing around in my bedroom.
Yes.
through the whole
And
party.
that's a glitch.
Well, it's. I'm not complaining about it, but it is a glitch.
I was-
Because she was also downstairs at the party while she was naked upstairs in the bedroom, which was kind of interesting. And I did not play as the female
It's
shepherd,
obviously
so
a
it was not
robot.
a, it was not a romance thing.
Oh.
For some reason, she was just there in her underwear. It was very strange.
Man, why couldn't Miranda be in my room in her underwear?
Not Miranda, trainer, the specialist who stands next to the map.
Oh,
on the
yeah, I know
ship.
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I always did the Miranda.
Yeah,
the
Miranda's.
hottest
Yeah.
ones.
Anyway, so I enjoyed that. It was nice.
I have no fucking idea what they're talking
I
about.
Mass
really,
Effecting
I
is
really
kinda boring.
enjoyed the
Virtual
arena
sex.
stuff.
What's up?
The arena stuff was really cool. The Armax arena.
I did it for a little bit, yeah. I got tired of it. I didn't want to go, but it was cool because like you could, like I could definitely see people who were like had time to. I mean, you could upload and get so much stuff with the unlocks based on your score, which is cool. But I just ran out of patience. I did
cool.
like 4 or 5 of them. So
Yeah, I enjoyed that. Beyond that, I got my Ouya. I played the Ouya.
Oh yeah!
did it come with games already?
It did not come with games, but every game on the Ouya is either free to play or comes with the demo.
Sweet.
So I downloaded a few games. There's some reviews of them up on Impoverished Geek, and if there's time, we can talk about that later on.
We didn't say it's time to plug your shit.
Cut this part. Cut it.
Okay, and that's about all I've had time for this week. It's been pretty busy for me at work.
Nice. All right. Well, I will.
Go third like usual.
I will go ahead and I will name off the games that I've played, and then I will tell you my story. Okay. This week I played some Seen It Box Office Smash on the Xbox with my cousins, because that's always fun to throw that in and kick their ass in that. Speaking of kicking their ass in games, we played some Injustice, and I kicked their ass in that. I did some DC Universe Online on the PS3. Got the 1-month subscription to that. And then I was completely fucking bored at work yesterday, so I booted up my Angry Birds Star Wars and played that. So now we get to the good part. Monday I bought PlayStation Plus. Give a good pause for a moment so Tony can go ahead and gloat.
I'm not gonna gloat. I'm just,
You heard.
You
heard the lips
it's just,
smile.
It's just, a certain someone on this podcast, I forgot who, has been telling you fine gentlemen about PlayStation Plus for
I know about it. I
about a
didn't hate
year.
it.
And the excellence that is the PlayStation Plus subscription.
This guy hated
and
it.
nobody fucking listened.
This guy said his
And
PlayStation
now
just sits.
everybody jumped on board, and everybody's like, "Oh, Tony was right."
It's too bad you picked now
was
because
right.
a few months ago they're giving away 3 free months with purchase.
Yeah.
And they're also giving every $50 you spend to get an extra
For 10. Yeah.
So
That's
if you
not
were to buy PlayStation Plus that first week, you got
Well, Adam
15
Susser's
months?
review of Last of Us wasn't up yet, and didn't make me want to go from 60% to just doing it.
Here's why I got it. Because I didn't pay for it. And I told you that's the only way I'd get it, is
you
if
get
I
it?
didn't pay for it.
How do you get it?
Don't worry about that.
you know that you have to continue it in order to hang on to those games,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
And they're
And you're gonna rebuy next year.
Rebuy? I wouldn't say rebuy. I'll get it again, but I won't pay for it.
What a bastard.
Yeah.
Give me like 10 of them.
I don't care. It's well worth $50.
Yeah,
I'm not
no, it
worried
is.
about it at all.
I already got my $50 out of it.
If you want to be technical, I got 2 years. I got 1 year for me and 1 year for my cousin with no cost out of pocket. So here
They're
leads
falling off
me.
trucks everywhere.
Here leads me into the story that I'm about to tell here. Okay. I activated mine Monday, so I was able to take advantage of the games that were available Monday, and then the games that switched over on
Tuesday it updated, so
the problem is that I have a 160 gig hard drive. Now I understand that you can swap out the hard drive and it's blah 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 blah.
Get a 500.
I have the slim, so you gotta open the fucker up. Doesn't have the pen. Blah blah blah
No,
blah.
No, it does. It's really easy.
Mine, but regardless, we're talking
It's
about
one
right
screw.
now. We're talking about right now with the system. Okay. I went to download the games and I have no fucking memory left.
yeah.
Yeah.
I had to delete a bunch of shit, and I had this weird problem. I 2 years ago bought that stupid Angry Bird-esque game that came out on PlayStation Network called Pain. It's where you had the different
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, I have
the
it.
different characters. You know, and when I went to check to see how much memory it was taking up, it did not give me a reading. It just stuck in checking. Like for an hour, checking. So then we rebooted the system, and then all of a sudden the file came up corrupted. That motherfucker took 100 gigs on my hard drive.
The hell.
So, after downloading 90% of the games, I then had to reformat the hard drive and download everything all over again. And then I have a quick little interesting thing. I mentioned that Uncharted 3 is up there. You have to download the entire thing. The wording is very misleading on it. It says the single player experience of it, but then it makes you download the multiplayer.
No,
Which-
well, that's because multiplayer went free to play months ago.
Which I get, but when it did that, I thought it was just going to package it in there. So when I deleted the multiplayer, the single player it still showed it in the queue, was still downloading, but wouldn't activate. You have to have the multiplayer component to do the single player component.
Yeah.
Regardless, on our Facebook page, I put up, because the thing is probably the biggest video game download I've done.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
40 gigs. Okay, and
38 if you delete the two
the
language packs, which I
the
did.
comment that I made was like, "This is madness. It's the biggest thing I've ever downloaded," and I'm gonna call somebody out. Some fucking schlub on our Facebook decided to go, "Well, could you just imagine how quickly you'd use up all your your hard drive space with your quote unquote generous hard drive space on your Xbox One?" My rebuttal to him was, "It'll use the same amount that my 500 gig PlayStation 4 will use,"
yeah,
and he shut up. It's funny.
yeah.
It leads into a bigger thing, but we'll get into that later. Just
Okay.
want to keep that
Okay.
in everybody's mind.
Also, all you have to do, just to be a little sneakier, so you don't have to eat up all your hard drive constantly, you just have to go in, and when it says download, you hit yeah.
Exactly.
Then it asks you, because it gives you that little screen that says, "Are you sure? Do you understand? If you don't renew, you're going to lose this game. Confirm." And then cancel download.
That's what I did.
And the little shopping bag will show up next to it, and you can download it for eternity.
Yeah,
It's yours.
No, I did that with a lot of games. Like I've already removed Deus Ex and a bunch of stuff
Yeah.
off of there.
What
but
you
I
have to do
haven't
though
again.
is set it to not auto download stuff
I did.
Yeah,
I took that off.
That's been doing that to me. I'm like, why is
like
Deus
the
Ex on
recommended
here?
demos and videos? I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need
Yeah.
that.
You gotta remember to turn that stuff off.
But yeah, no, I know, that I can expand the memory and all that shit, but I'm just talking about, like, I activated it Monday, and this was Tuesday. So, I mean, it's not like I've got $100 to run out and buy another hard drive or whatever the case may be.
$50, you get a 500.
Don't even have that right now.
Just saying.
Don't even have
Yeah,
that.
I
right
literally think when I got my
think it's
PlayStation, it took
53
me about
bucks.
probably like 2 days to get everything installed, updated, everything like that.
And then I had to re-download DCU, which takes like 18 hours.
It's 29. It's 29 gigs.
It's 20 gigs. Is what it comes in at when I redid it. But it literally takes like fucking 18 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been building mine slowly over the course of the last 2 years. I don't feel it like that.
No,
Mine's just a download every week. It's
Again,
not
it
a
was
big
just
deal.
shocking to be a 40 gig download. That was the biggest fucking download
So
I've ever done
Blu-rays.
for a game.
Blu-rays, good sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, there's a line about it in
really-
Metal Gear Solid 5? No, 4.
Without busting its chops too much.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem that I've had so far is if they're going to have, and I understand why it's 40 gigs, like you said, it's Blu-ray and all the content that they're giving you. Their network is so fucking slow.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
Yeah, they
it
do
is.
throttle.
That-
it.
That's
Sony's network is
the
very
part
slow.
that kills me. It's like I'm seeing how
I think you
fast
can go
this is
2
going.
megs a second, I
Yeah,
think is
and
what
it's
they
like,
limit to.
oh,
It won't be like that
painful.
eventually.
You can
but
download in the background and play something else.
I do. I had this thing downloading for, like he said,
Yeah.
all the games for 2 days straight in the background. My system was
Yeah,
on
so
for
mine-
Well,
2
but
days straight.
some
It's like
games,
a one-
some games will block downloads, which is really annoying. I don't remember which games they are. It's mostly older games. Stuff won't download while you're playing.
this is like a 1 day problem though.
Yeah,
yeah.
You're
no,
done with
I know.
it. You know what I mean?
Again, I'm just saying, in
No.
network had some problems.
Never mind, we're good. It stopped for a second.
Oh,
Stalled
yeah,
for a
it's just
second.
that's just the fucking monitor.
Okay.
I don't know why. It does that.
yeah.
Brian's like, look, it's broken. No, it's fine.
Yeah. No, I agree. Sony's network is very slow. It's one of their bigger issues is that every download takes a long time.
Eventually they'll fix it.
Well, they have to. They have to fix that.
But 2 megs a second was like when it first came out. I don't think really anyone had 2 megabyte
Oh yeah,
download
sure.
speeds. Like,
Yeah.
And then
it shows how much it's changed. And
DCU is fucking annoying because the actual file for the game is like 512, and then it goes into the game, and
Yeah,
you can't
and
do
you-
that in the background.
Yeah.
You gotta leave that fucking screen with Lex Luthor and Superman and Wonder Woman standing there looking at the fucking Earth for like 18 hours.
You never played Metal Gear Solid 4, did you?
No.
Oh my goodness! 4 times during that game, you had to sit and wait for it for about an hour to run an install.
Oh Jesus.
After before every act, you would sit there and wait, and they'd have like Solid Snake just sitting there smoking.
really?
Yeah.
I never got that far in it.
Oh yeah,
So.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
As for me, fuck you. I played a little bit more New Vegas, a little bit more BioShock Infinite, a little bit more Smartass, a little bit more
You're a
Germinator,
smartass. It says that every week.
and I finally started The Last of Us.
Finally, it only came out like.
Well,
2 days.
I've been anticipating it for 2 years, so
Yeah.
I finally got to start it. And it was
First thing he
sexy.
did was take the plastic off and bust the nut all over the case.
Yeah.
You bust one up before you take the plastic off because otherwise it
Yeah, it would
ruins
make
the
a little
integrity
bit-
of the game.
yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
I would not take that.
So-
Or the
seriously.
resale value.
Yeah.
The first like 5 minutes
know,
of
if
The
it's
Last
Tony,
of
it
Us
might
might be the
raise it.
saddest thing I've ever seen in a video game.
I agree.
It may actually beat Heavy Rain for saddest beginning in a video game.
I just, I don't want to talk about it too much. I want to get
I want to talk about it.
No,
Give people enough time.
Not
You're
in
right.
that way. I want to give
You're right.
people enough time to play it. I would actually love, because you're playing it too.
Yes.
Mark's playing it. If you want to get on board, we could hold off a week for you, and I could bring in one of my buddies, and I would love to
Do
do
the
a
Roundtable?
Last of Us spoiler cast.
Oh yeah.
Once we all beat it in a couple weeks, I would absolutely love to do
I'll see if I
that.
can pound through it. 'Cause it seems like
No,
yeah,
take
you
your
pound
time,
that
a week or
bitch.
two, where we all just sit there and talk about what we experienced. Because I know, like, me and Mark were talking about it on the way over here, and I don't want to say what we were talking about in case anybody hasn't started it yet. But there was already a thing where I was like, "Oh, did you see this?" And Mark's like, "No."
Really?
Already, and we're both only like 4 or 5 hours in, so it was
Yeah, I'm
like,
like 3.5 hours.
I would
in.
love
Or
to see what
2,
everybody
3, yeah.
experienced, like a big.
The only reason I'm not going to do it is because I'm taking Tony's challenge, and Tony's challenge.
Not playing good games?
Tony's challenge is sitting right over there.
Uncharted.
So he finally is picking up his PS3.
I picked up Uncharted as well.
And I told him where to start was Uncharted 1. on the back.
Oh, he threw a fit because all I said is I'm downloading Uncharted 3 right now.
Yeah, I did throw a fit.
Don't you fucking dare play
You
that!
can't do that though. That's
Don't
the same
you
as
say
Mass
thank
Effect.
you? Thank you.
Mass Effect. I didn't
Hold on.
buy Mass Effect 2 and 3 until right before Mass Effect. Or I didn't buy Mass Effect. I bought Mass Effect 1. It sat on my shelf for like 2 years. I was like, I should play this. Never did.
Here's the thing, though. All right, I played Fable 2 before I played Fable 1,
It doesn't matter.
and I played Gears 2 before I played Gears 1.
Gears 2 doesn't have the same story that
I'm just
Uncharted
saying.
does.
when a game
It's
relies
not even on the same.
Trust me,
when
I
a
should
game
play it.
relies on
I would say
story,
that too.
you gotta play it from the beginning.
The
It's like-
Uncharted
imagine
is
jump-
all story.
Now that he
Imagine
brought them
jumping
to me,
into
I'm
Walking
playing
Dead.
it 3, 2, 1.
Go ahead. You're gonna ruin your experience, not
Imagine
mine.
jumping into Walking Dead on Chapter 3 or Chapter 4
awesome.
or Chapter 5. You could
Uncharted
do it,
is
but you'd
all
be missing
story
so
based.
much.
Like
Yeah.
that's what it's for.
I'm just giving. So what do I get if I get through all 3 of them?
You're gonna get the fucking luxury of playing the absolute greatest
No, I want a
trilogy
fucking
that has
reward.
ever come out on video games.
How about this? All right, my birthday is July 27th. What if I finish all 3 of them before that?
I don't want you to. You're just gonna power through them and
No,
miss
I
half the
won't.
point.
What if you can do a quiz? You can quiz me on it. Look at
He
This sounds
does.
fun. What are we doing it for?
I don't know. You got to give me some type of reward.
Six-pack of beer.
What
I don't
shirt
drink beer.
size is Nathan
Six-pack
drink?
of, not beer.
I don't know currently. I'll find out though.
4-pack of root beer. Case of Coke. Condoms.
Yeah. Look at him. You think about that. We'll get to. We'll let everybody know.
Why do I have to give you a prize? Why can't we just do this? This sounds fun.
Because
Run to Joe in his underwear only and record it and put it up on
no,
the
no, no,
You're so sure.
no, no. Shut up, Oscar. You're not even here. Yeah. So.
I like it.
All right.
So, should we jump back into the story?
No.
You get something else?
We jumped in. We didn't jump
We didn't
into
start.
anything.
Jump into?
I just finished my
I meant
last-
I meant to say jump into.
We're making a lot of promises. Somebody has to help us remember some of this shit. We're doing a Last of Us spoiler cast. There's nudity involved with Jason losing a quiz.
It's Tony's Uncharted challenge.
I like it.
That sounds good.
I think we finally do an Uncharted roundtable. I wanted to talk to people about this.
Okay.
But I don't ever want to ruin the experience for anybody, so I always keep my mouth shut and I just say, play it.
I just need like another month, maybe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sluts.
So
All right.
that's what we're gonna do.
I like it.
I'll have 1 and 2 finished by Friday.
Sounds good.
I only brought you one. I figured you'd play one a week. I was gonna bring you one this week. I'll pick up one Sunday.
Watch, I'll come to this work tomorrow. All right, give me a part 2.
Don't rush through it. You're gonna miss it. Play the game leisurely. Enjoy. Explore.
Moving on. Let's get into some news.
Dirty, sexy, news.
News!
News!
All right, so because it was E3 this week, there's not really like a story.
It's almost a half
more-
hour into the show.
Yeah, I know,
We're
that's why I was trying
just
to move
starting
along.
fucking news.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
normal. That's normal.
Anyway, so literally, I was trying to think of what I should do. Should I go down all the news articles?
I told you
or-
what to do.
Yeah,
I am the producer.
whatever. So anyway,
And the
and
architect.
Since many
I
news
watched
stories.
Prometheus yesterday.
Are we ever gonna get into this? Just kick this guy out. Take it outside. Take it
Just
outside.
start slapping them.
There we go. That'll be done. Anyway, so for this week of news, I decided that we're just going to kind of go with any games that were announced at E3 or were announced, leaked, whatever the hell you want to call it, within like the last 2 weeks before it or so. I probably missed a few, but whatever, I'm human. Mostly indie games I didn't put in there because there was 12 on each, and I didn't really check on each of them. So basically going to go through the big list of them. So first one, did any of you fine gentlemen check out Castle of Illusion? It's the new side-scrolling Mickey Mouse game.
Is it a
I
remake
watched-
of the original? or
Yes.
not?
Yes.
So it's not really a new game.
Saw the
It's gonna be-
trailer. Looks fun. I'm getting it.
What is that? Is that arcade?
Yeah, it's gonna be an arcade.
Okay.
title.
I did not catch that one. I did not see it.
Oh, looks fucking good.
Side-scrolling.
I'll play it. I mean,
Side-scroll platformer. That's my shit right there.
kids games.
My poop.
That's what gets me to rub the nipples and fucking stroking out.
You can't say that in the same term when we say kids games, sir.
No, you're
That's-
the only one with the mind that goes straight to that. Slut.
Present.
Why are you ripping shit off your shoes?
I didn't. Sam chewed it off. It was just kind of hanging there.
Jason's giving me pieces of his shoe.
For all you RTS people, they announced a new Command & Conquer game, actually. I actually personally didn't check this one out. I found out about it a little bit after. Didn't really get a lot of stage time. But if you're a Command & Conquer fan, you're probably happy somewhere.
Is EA putting it out?
They are.
It was not a part of their press conference.
Yes, I know. That's what I found out about on a list of things that got announced.
That's what you call a vote of confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
So I was like, wow, that's...
Yeah, I didn't hear about it. And then
Well,
I found out about it on the IGN's list of games that got announced.
He only had a finite amount of time up on stage. I mean, they had to make sure to cover...
It's
the
not going to
biggest
be...
But I mean,
titles.
they
Of the
do,
games they
everyone
showed,
does a
though.
sizzle, you know? They could have just thrown up the logo. Something.
I mean,
Shit.
there's still a big amount of people who played one of them at some point.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it is pretty popular.
That's why I'm
so it's-
surprised they didn't spend
It's one of the premier RTS
30 seconds.
series. I mean,
Yeah,
it's-
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like the first big one, wasn't it pre-Warcraft?
Yeah, I think so. And I mean, especially with like Diablo and Warframe coming to consoles, you'd think they'd want to push their RTS a little bit. I mean, I know Diablo's a little bit different, so is but regardless, you
Yeah.
think they'd want to showcase that a little bit more. I'm surprised.
Yeah, so I actually am too.
All right, next one I got on here. Crimson Dragon, which is the successor of the Panzer Dragoon.
Yes.
Sigh.
Yes.
So what did you think about that?
It's one of the few games that would make me want an Xbox One, even though I'm not buying one.
You are more than welcome to come to my house
And try it
play
out?
Yes, because I that is one of the I did not have a Dreamcast back in the day. It's one of the few.
What was it on the
Dreamcast-
Dreamcast?
Yeah. Huh?
It was on the Saturn.
Well, okay, I apologize.
Yeah.
I didn't have any Sega.
It was.
systems.
There are only two games
I'm
for the
sorry.
original Xbox that I really want to play that I can't play anymore because I don't have it anymore. I'm getting rid of the 360. They are backward compatible, but Panzer Dragoon Orta, and Jet Set Radio Future, both Sega games, are the two games that sold me on the Xbox
Yeah.
originally. And it's so sad that there's going to be no way to play
Oh
them.
yeah, you're more than
Yeah.
welcome to come over and try it out. I
So,
know
yeah,
I'm
it's-
picking that up. Yeah.
Why don't you pick up an original Xbox? Like $20.
I just don't want any more stuff hooked up to my TV. I have too much crap already. I've been trying to slim that down. I used to have every console. I had this console. You remember those old GameStop system switchers? I had a whole shelf of old school consoles. It's a pain to move. It's a pain to store. I had to get rid of
You know
it.
what Tony does? He just stacks them on top of each other. Until
I
they
can't
fall
do it.
over.
I can't do it.
Fucking Velcro and shit.
Guys are crazy.
Let's go.
I'm
Anyway,
too
next
OCD for
one
that.
that I saw was D4. It's the next game by the guys who did the Deadly Premonition series. It's gonna be an episodic like horror game. That was the one with.
Connect, gay, move on. Grr.
For the game was dead from the start because you said it was the guys that
Connect.
brought Deadly Premonition, which I know a lot of people out there really enjoyed.
It's a cult classic.
That game
Well, that's why people like it though. It's like The Room, where it's so bad they love it.
Ugh.
Is now I think was it you that were doing that? You were doing the Xbox stream.
I was doing the live stream, yeah.
And I think it is actually a sequel to the old D games, which were on. I want to say the Saturn or the PlayStation, way back in the day.
Really?
I think it is. I think I remember reading that somewhere. Like, really old school survival horror games, like pre-Resident Evil survival
Ugh.
horror.
Connect, gay.
Yeah, and you know, episodic. What I mean, like, come on. You
Yeah.
know. All right.
Connect.
Well, it's
Gay.
I'm agreeing with that. But I mean, also now they're jumping on the fucking Walking Dead bandwagon.
Connect.
Moving on.
Anyway,
Gay.
we got Dead Rising 3. From
Yes.
what I hear, is a timed exclusive.
I didn't hear anything about
I-
exclusivity. I just know that they showed it.
I remember hearing it's exclusive in some way.
I heard
Yeah.
exclusive.
Yeah.
I heard exclusive, but there was somebody. I saw this personally. Was on. He was doing the Machinima. Go to Machinima Dead Rising 3, and it was like the interview they're doing with that was like a half hour long. At the end of it, he said it was a timed exclusive. I did not see that anywhere else.
Coming
though.
to Wii U in 2015.
Oh
Yeah.
God, no.
So that's why I have not been able to confirm this story because everyone else seems to think it's a exclusive, but someone on the program says timed exclusive.
That is.
It makes more sense. Dead Rising 2 was on PS3.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't the original Dead Rising on PS3 eventually? No.
No.
Okay.
Just
Yeah,
two
Dead
women
Rising.
off
I think it was
the
because of the
record.
time.
Dead Rising
timing
for the
of it,
Wii
right?
was awful.
Dead
Rising, yeah.
You know, I didn't care for Dead Rising, the original, because I mean that was early in the
Yeah,
Xbox
yeah.
life cycle. I really had
Conceptually, it was awesome.
Yeah,
but
I
the
had
execution was not great.
the gunplay was horrible.
Yeah.
Dead Rising 2 was fun. I couldn't tell you a damn thing about the story, other than running around, building shit and killing people. This one looked really fucking cool. It really did. That is another day one buy for me. And there's going to be some type of multiplayer element to it, like a co-op also.
Yeah. They were talking about it's going to be another original character.
You know, and I know, Tony, you at least I haven't really spoken to you about it, but prior to E3, you were very anti-smart glass and all that integration.
Yep.
I don't know where you stand on that, but I'm sure we'll get to that at one point. But I did think it was badass that he called in an airstrike using his phone.
Same thing with Watch Dogs said that as well. Which is
Watch
cool.
Dogs,
Watch Dogs
Battlefield, Forza 5.
Yeah. Anywho, we have...
I've got a scoop about Forza 5. I'm sure we'll get to that in a minute.
Going into an actual mobile game, you have Deus Ex The Fall.
Woohoo! Mobile
Gaming! On top of
Next.
this, see the thing, Deus Ex actually has two. Deus Ex actually, again, as I guess probably the second or third publisher who is making their Wii U exclusive, not Wii U exclusive anymore. Deus Ex Human Revolution, I forget what the hell they're calling it,
The
Director's
Enhanced
Cut
Edition
or
or
Enhanced
something-
Edition,
something like that,
coming
yeah.
out on all systems now, so that is a good thing.
I
Whatever.
guess.
Yeah, if you want to play 6-year-old games, you
Exactly.
know, that
Anyway.
are free on PlayStation Plus, you know, you
Or
can buy it.
last week.
Yeah.
No, Deus Ex is still free.
I
Yeah,
thought
it
it was
is.
last week.
That was part of the new one.
Oh.
Yeah, it
they,
just
usually,
went up.
they usually stay up
Fucking
for like a
confused.
month or so.
I don't know.
Some
Not
were up there
always,
longer.
yeah.
Like Ratchet and Clank All for One was a
For, like,
full
months,
It was a
yeah.
full year.
Yeah.
It was last E3 when they announced the what do they call it? The Instant Game Collection.
Yeah.
It was on there a full year. It was part of the first promotion.
I've been looking into this. There's somebody from Capcom who also came on and said it's an exclusive. So, I don't know. Maybe people are just being stupid.
Big Craig.
They cray. Anyway,
Do we need a little bit more light?
It
no,
did
I'm
suddenly
good.
dim in here. The bulb blew out.
No, it's just getting darker outside.
Really, it's just that? Wow.
My next game that I found would be the new Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Did anyone check that out? I sadly was unable to catch the Nintendo conference because my feed would not work.
Fucking horrible. Really, sir? Are you getting a booty call in the middle of the
I don't know who
evening?
the fuck this is.
Hello?
Hello.
I did catch Donkey Kong, and it looked cool. They have some.
Were you a bit disappointed? Like, one of my assistant manager is a huge Nintendo fan. He was extremely disappointed to see a Donkey Kong because the studio that does this also does something Donkey Kong.
I agree with him, but
Now, for me, I'm not a huge Metroid fan. I appreciate Metroid. I like what they did. One of my fondest gaming memories is Donkey Kong Country, so I kind of dig it. But you know, we just had fucking Donkey Kong, and then we just had Donkey Kong on the 3DS. So
they may be overdoing it with Donkey Kong. But honestly, Retro and Metroid, in my opinion, is kind of a mixed bag. I really like Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime 2 I thought was very unbalanced. So I like to see a new Metroid game, but I don't necessarily want to see them do it.
Okay. There you go.
way to not walk far enough from the mic, sir.
I got to take care of business, sir.
That's why I said way to not walk far enough from the mic. We
Now
heard
you know that.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Those stuff.
What'd I miss?
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
Fucking
Yeah.
Wii U.
We got
Move on.
next game, Dying Light. Dying Light, I forget the publisher of it, but
Zombie.
it is a zombie, free-running kind of Mirror's Edge game, basically.
Developed by Zombie Studios.
It is developed by Zombie Studios. That's what it was. That was on the clever studio name for their clever game.
Did they say what platforms that's coming out
That
on?
one is on both.
Okay.
That one's 1 and 4.
Yeah, you know, I'm a zombie fan, but there's only so much zombie I can take.
Yeah.
And I mean, Dead Rising is already an established franchise. I like that. Obviously, I like The Walking Dead. I don't know if I have room for more zombie.
Was
Well,
this
it
the
looks to
one?
be
Was this the
fun.
one where they were like running really fast?
Yeah. Crossing rooftops. and
Yep.
stuff.
This one looked cool.
It a cool trailer.
I was more sold on this than Dead Rising, to be honest.
It was too.
Dead Rising seems like more of the same. Like they didn't do anything besides make it a little prettier.
Grittier.
So, sure it'll be fun.
Yeah.
But this one looked a little
Now,
interesting.
is it a full retail or is it
Yeah,
a,
it's full
a
retail,
download?
as far as I know.
Okay.
It may or may not change, but we'll see, you know.
Yeah.
Everything's very shoddy in details most of the time. Anywho, next game that came out or was announced was Fantasia. This one's actually by Harmonix.
I didn't see this. Harmonix did announce their game.
Yeah, that's
You got some info?
Disney.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, well, it's like literally they came out the box art of it, and it was like basically it's like a Disney remix. They're doing like remixes of songs, but it's called Fantasia. I really think it's gonna be like a Kinect game.
So, Fantasia is one of the lowest grossing films Disney's ever made.
But phenomenal.
Also one of the prettiest.
Nobody cares about it.
Wait a minute. Hold on now.
That was cool.
I mean, if we're getting into classic Disney movies and we're not talking about video games,
Fantasia's awful.
fuck you.
It's
Get
a
out.
terrible fucking movie.
Get out.
And
My grandmother loved Fantasia.
And the thing made virtually no money after they produced it. So it totally makes sense that they chose that out of their historic catalog of amazing movies to make a video.
Well, I think they built a game around it because it's designed to kind of have the Kinect style gameplay where you're controlling like the scenes using your hands. and
Yeah.
stuff like that. What it kind of reminded me of, and from what I only heard descriptions, I didn't see any videos of it because I didn't watch the press conferences completely because I was busy with work. But it reminded me of Child of Eden, which I wanted to play with the Kinect, but it wouldn't fit in my living room.
Yeah.
My living room's too small. But Child of Eden, you use one hand to kind of move around a reticle and push.
It was
to
one
attack.
of the few decent Kinect games
Right.
besides Gunstringer.
Lies.
So
Just because you wouldn't turn on a fucking light.
No
So-
good Kinect games.
it makes sense to use that as a Kinect game, and I think that it fits better than most Disney games would
I think it would too.
thematically. But that doesn't mean it's going to sell because it's a
Yeah.
Kinect game.
You know, Harmonix has got a pretty good track record.
They do.
So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. If I get some more information in it, I might actually look into it.
I do know that like there's certain songs that they announced. There's like a Bruno Mars song and stuff, weird stuff like that. Everyone's running off to
Stuff
check
so
on the
bad.
dog or something. Anyway, let's just go on to the next story, I suppose.
Sure.
This one is your favorite guy. That is Philip J. Fish. Yeah, is that what it is?
Guy's a
Phil
tool.
Fish,
Philip Fish.
Fez
Yeah,
Man?
yeah. Well, I made it Philip J. It just sounds really good. Fez
Well,
2.
Philip J. Fry.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
going for.
Okay.
And then I was like, wait, it's Fish still, right? Yeah. All right, last name doesn't matter. So, anywho, Fez 2 got the announcement of it. So, Lily, I know everyone's such a fan of him here, and most of the gaming world.
I'm sure his
absolutely
games
hates
are
the man.
great. The guy's just a tool.
Fez is really good. I
Guy's
did
just
try
a
the demo
tool.
of it, but he is one of the very hidden men in industry. So,
Moving on.
moving on. Final Fantasy 15.
Moving on.
Moving on. Final Fantasy.
No,
10
we do
and
have a lot of
10 Okay.
announce all the Final Fantasy.
Oh, yeah, I know.
About it.
You
All
got
30 of them that were
Final
announced, and half of
Fantasy-
them won't come out.
Final
Well,
Fantasy
but here's the
10
thing.
10 2 HD.
Final Fantasy 15 is actually they renamed another Final Fantasy game that was supposed to be coming out, Final Fantasy Versus 13. I know. Look, the names are ridiculous. They have renamed it or rechristened or however you want to term it, Final Fantasy Versus 13 to Final Fantasy 15. Doesn't mean it'll ever come out because that game's
So
been-
the sequel to 13 is now 15.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing. 13 was announced pre PS3, I think, or
Oh.
like during the PS3 launch. They're like Final Fantasy 13.
He's a big Final Fantasy fan. He'll
Okay.
tell us.
Yeah.
The other one that was announced was Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13.
That's already been announced. That was just shown.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like that because you said the other.
That's like coming
all the
out in
Final
like
Fantasy games.
September.
Yeah, that one's pretty soon.
Yeah.
And then
So that's
the-
all
yeah.
the Final Fantasy games
Yeah.
like ever.
Yeah.
Clearly final after their 30 iterations of games.
I believe it was
Final.
more than that actually.
Final.
I may or may not be wrong with that. Anyway,
Do you know?
Final.
Do you know the story behind the name?
They should have, yeah, because it was fucking Square, or who's the original?
Sakaguchi. It's supposed to be his last game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sold like $1 billion. Yeah, but still, yeah.
They should have called it the Never-Ending Story Fantasy.
Halo.
Here lies Link.
Halo got announced. Anyone see the trailer?
Yes.
It was awesome.
That was
kinda
actually
cool.
fucking badass.
I did not see that coming. Then his robe got blown off, and it was just Chief standing there with the cracked windshield. I was like, "Fuck yeah, America!"
America! Yeah,
Yes,
that was.
yeah.
You know, I can't tell you, and I'm being 100%.
Yeah.
I'm being 100% honest. I'm not a huge. We've discussed this. I'm not a huge Halo fan. That fucking little teaser trailer was badass. That was badass.
343 don't fuck her out.
It seems from what I have not played Halo 4. I did not see the trailer, but from what I've been hearing, 343 seems to have taken the reins from Bungie and just like skyrocketed. Is that what's going on?
It's a really good game.
Is it?
My favorite anything from Halo though is going into the final mission of Halo Wars with the guy with like the shotgun and everything like that. It's some of my favorite scene of all Halo.
Yeah.
Moving on. bullshit dancing. I think it's called Just Dance 2014, 13. Putting a year in your game title is a good idea.
Hey, careful,
then,
careful.
You
don't want to get blacklisted on YouTube.
Yeah, might get picked up on that one.
Dimitri made that.
I know a lot of people are really excited for this next one. That would be Killer Instinct.
Yes.
Free to play on the Xbox.
Free to play, with some caveats.
Yeah.
You get one character. You get Jago. All the other characters you pay for.
But supposedly they'll have an unlock where you just buy the whole game.
Yeah. Here's the cool thing that I was thinking about that, because it sounded a little weird at first, but when you look at Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat and Injustice, they give you you buy a season pass for like $20. You get 4 characters, and that's it. You don't get any more. That's it.
Really?
That's it.
Are you talking about Infamous or not Infamous?
Injustice is 4 characters. Mortal Kombat 12 or whatever one this was 4 characters. That's it.
I see.
You
What
get
Street Fighter did was they had the upgrades. You bought the new game.
You basically paid $30 for
they
DLC.
They were selling costume packs,
Yeah.
which were a waste of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I look at it this way: if they take and they sell a character for $2, that means that theoretically your game could be cheaper than mine. Okay, because you would just buy the characters that you want to play with. If you're a completionist and you're somebody who likes to play with every character, then you pay for it. If you have just your favorites, you just buy them. Your game could be $10. Mine could be $100, because they can also theoretically continue to release characters for this on over years.
Right.
Actually, to add on to that, the Marvel Diablo clone, I forget the name of it. It's like not Universe.
It's Marvel Universe.
Is it?
Yeah.
Marvel. Okay, the Marvel
Is it
Universe.
Diablo clone, really?
It's a Diablo clone. Yeah. That one actually just went into beta launch. I forget what the hell happened with it. Literally, to buy all the characters in the game, it's $200. And literally, what is it? The better characters are worth like $20, and then you can get like there's one start off character, and then $20
you get like
for
Black
Iron-
Suit Spider-Man. It's like fucking hero clicks all over again.
Well, it's
$20 for
like that
Iron
Final
Man.
Fantasy All the Bravest, where it's like $42 for a mobile
Yeah.
game.
And literally, it looks like I was watching somebody play it for a while, and Iron Man is one of the boringest characters of any Diablo
I
clone to
could
watch.
never play an MMO
Just
where I have a predetermined character with a predetermined moveset. You can't get into that, because that's what it is. It's an
Yeah,
MMO.
no, it
It's
is.
about
Yeah.
building your character.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Your
about
own
the
character.
customization.
oh yeah, they do
and
quite a terrible job of that. Total Biscuits.
I'd rather play DC's
They throw a
MOBA.
ton of money at him just to give him a good review and
Yeah.
give a shit review.
But yeah, I mean, theoretically, this could work, especially for a fighting game.
They haven't announced pricing for anything yet, though, right? They just announced it's gonna be free to play.
But keeping with scale of what you pay now for a single DLC character, you pay about $4.
See, I would say as long as they offer that full unlock for the price of a new game,
Yeah.
$60 or whatever, then it's fair. What I don't like is all these games where they want to nickel and dime you. Like, I understand if you don't want to buy everything in the game, you just want to buy 1 or 2 characters and that's it.
Yeah.
Then yes, you're saving some money and you're getting a good deal. But if you want the whole game, it's ridiculous to ever expect anyone to spend more than $60 on a game.
Yeah.
Now you add on content later on. That's a
That's what
separate
I was
story.
referring to, like, as if it
but
kept
at
going.
launch,
Yeah.
whatever comes out at launch should be the same price
Uh-huh.
as a full game. So we'll see how it works.
Yeah, I mean, it has
Yeah.
potential to work. We'll see if they're gonna.
I used
do
to be a
that.
big Killer Instinct fan, but it's been so long. It could be really cool. We'll see.
It looked really cool, and it actually looked pretty user friendly from what I saw.
I mean, Killer Instinct. One thing about Killer Instinct was it was easy to build combos, because rather than have memorizing combos for every character, you just had the chains, and everybody chained in the same general way. You had linking moves, and
It's almost like how the Dragon Ball games work. Every
I never
character,
played those, yeah.
pretty much every character plays almost identical. It's just
Right.
different animations happening on screen.
Right.
So, but yeah, I was really happy, and obviously we'll probably cover that a little bit later too with Killer Instinct a little bit.
Definitely.
Because somebody called that shit.
Now,
I was kind of surprised, although apparently Rare's not doing it. Not that that's necessarily a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
no, it's cool. Now, with the most widely, positively received game of E3, Kingdom Hearts 3.
No. And everybody was like, "Oh yeah."
I saw
Kingdom
more
Hearts."
positive feedback of that.
I'm not knocking it, but then, everybody that was a selling point for the PlayStation 4, and I'm not gonna knock anything. But then they come out and they go, "Well, it's not exclusive.
Yeah,
It's on both."
I was just more
So it's Final
of,
Fantasy 15. It's on
Yeah,
both as well.
and I thought that was pretty cool.
I was more just happy that they announced the game that's been in development for like 8 years.
Well, yeah. Literally.
Then,
It's
you know,
one
they
of the few
skip a
companies to
generation.
hang on to the Disney license.
That's probably one that
And
I may play. I mean, I played Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yeah.
I hated 2. Because the
See,
story.
I
because the
couldn't
story.
even play through. I didn't even play 2. One drove me nuts. The jumping was so bad in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yeah.
Conceptually, I thought the game was really interesting, but I could not get over the bad controls
Yeah.
of that game.
But Tony's falling asleep. He's like, I don't care about any of
I'm
these
just
fucking
waiting
games.
for a good game to talk about.
But
These are
I
awful.
know. I
We're
know.
talking about my game.
That's an excellent Mickey rendition.
I'll play it because it's Zelda-esque,
Yeah.
but Kim will play it because it's Disney. So.
yeah, literally, I have been waiting for this game for a long time. I hate the handheld versions of it. They effed up the story so bad, in my opinion. The console versions kept it very not as confusing, I guess. So literally, I'm excited for it, and I jumped out of bed and I threw my blanket that was over me while I was watching it. So
Just wrapped up like E.T. in a fucking...
yeah, it was
I can just
Fantastic.
picture Mark just jumping up and down, screaming, ripping his shirt off Hulk Hogan style.
slow motion,
falling
to the ground. Yeah.
Followed by
He's got
just
a Kingdom Hearts tattoo on his fucking chest.
right down the chest.
He grabs his
followed by
Keyblade and
tears.
swings it around
Like my
3 times.
Keyblade just started wrecking shit in my house.
tears of joy just dripping from his face.
I've been waiting for a console version of it because the freaking handhelds
No,
are
I get it.
garbage.
I get it.
So I'm excited because it could
Yeah.
be something finally good for the series. Anywho, moving on, Mario Kart.
You mean Wipeout Mario
Yeah.
Kart? Or I guess F-Zero Mario Kart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
It looks cool.
It's more Mario
looks,
Kart.
it looks interesting. You know, though, I'm going to be honest. I haven't been into Mario Kart since Double Dash. I
been a
really
while for me
liked
as well.
Double Dash. I liked playing co-op, where two people were riding on the carts.
I've only ever liked it co-op. I don't play a lot of co-op anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe with
we used to
services would
we
be
used
good.
we used to me and this guy over here in our group used to get like pissed drunk and sit at the house and play Mario Kart all fucking night.
The last time I played Mario Kart was when my friends and I got kicked out of... My friends, in case people don't know, and no one here knows this, maybe Jason knows this, my friends and I are banned from a city in Wisconsin.
I didn't know that.
Privets, Wisconsin. Well, not banned from the city. We're banned from a resort there, and they told everybody else in the city, because it's kind of a resort town, not to let us stay there. They know Jay. We
God.
literally re-rented a place there a few years after we went there, and so it's like, are you Jay? No, we can't rent to you.
Oh God.
We had to find a new place at the last minute when we went out. So
What did you do? Who did you kill?
we were very loud.
Oh man,
It
those
wasn't
loud
that bad.
people, the worst.
And
ever.
we're a bunch of nerds, yeah. But the last time I
So
played
it just sounded like
yeah. So the last time I did that was like in
I thought you were raping
like
little children.
probably 2005-ish. Was the last time I played any Mario Karts. It was Double Dash, and I enjoyed it. But I'm not like I didn't play it on DS or.
My
3DS
problem with
or-
Mario Kart lately has been that when they try to fill up their track list, I like that they put in the classics, but they substitute the classics for actually making new tracks
Yeah.
a lot of the time.
That's
Yeah.
that's
not,
a Nintendo
not
thing.
entirely, but it's just like, yes, I want those there, but I also want 10, 20 new tracks when you give me
Yeah.
7.
yeah.
Yeah, I know, that's a fair complaint.
I mean, it again. It
But all
looks,
I had,
it
great
looks
time
pretty.
with those.
You know, if,
The Zero G stuff looks really cool.
yeah.
If Nintendo gets their online stuff in gear, I might pick it up. I know. That's the
Oh
question.
my God, that's rich. Did you guys hear that?
That's the one
Nintendo getting online.
It's just funny because this
Woo!
But
Them's jokes. Woo!
Jesus Christ.
you maxed out the but
Oh shit.
this
I can't
this
go
is
on.
this is their opportunity. Now they will probably drop the ball, let's be realistic. But this is their opportunity to make a good headway into online as Mario Kart. Mario Kart and Smash Brothers are their two chances to get in there and finally
Do them
make Tony's
online.
laugh from sarcastic to joyous. It probably won't
They
happen.
did it! They did it!
Oh my gosh!
Then I'll be crying in the corner.
We're in the
I rip off my
2006.
shirt and there's just Mario Kart 12 on there. I'm like, yes, they did it.
Because well, we haven't gotten to it yet, so I don't want to jump the gun on you. But the Mario 3D is 4-player.
That's what I was going to go into.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
and if that
Fuck.
could work online, that could be really cool.
Mario Cats. That's
Mario
next.
Cats.
Mario Cats.
Hey, basically it's Ninja Mario with a normal.
I was going to go into it
sound
later,
effects.
but sure.
Fucking furries, man.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to work
That's
co-op.
not- it's not the first furry
Because
Mario.
the
I
problem
know,
is...
but it's just.
Yeah.
Did anybody actually see the trailer for this?
Yeah.
I saw
I did. I had to catch up
And
on
then the
everything later.
fucking logo pops up and you hear meow. So, come on now.
Well,
Your selling point is a
but-
fucking
whoa,
cat suit.
but, hey, The internet loves cats, so
No,
be careful.
no,
Grumpy cat.
no,
The other thing
no,
is-
no.
DLC
I
Grumpy
don't
cat.
I really don't think it's going to work online too well
That's what
because
Mario's for.
it's still designed like the first Mario was for the Wii U, where somebody is centered around the Wii U tablet while the other three people.
I'm nodding my head. Yes.
Because
You're right.
I guess there's actual like hidden coins and hidden boxes that only the person using the Wii U tablet can see. And they sort of have to mass orchestrate the three other players that are using
Around
just
him.
the Wiimote.
That's annoying, actually.
I did find it interesting that they're kind of giving a shout out back to Mario 2
The princess.
with Princess and Toad, and them that their specific abilities
Yes.
carrying over was kind of cool. I just, it's not what we want. Like, stop it. Just give us what we want. Give us Super Mario Universe.
Universe.
Well, I'm sure you wanted Mario Party 3D.
No,
That's
we
a
got that
transition.
fucking other game though. That fucking Wii U Party.
My feeling on Mario
Well, that got
Party
delayed.
games is the same as Gabe
Again?
from Penny Arcade. I don't know if you've ever seen that Penny Arcade where they talk about Mario Party.
Oh.
I have not.
Where basically what happens is Mario Party. He basically says Mario Party is bullshit. If you have the most stars, you get a star. If you have the least stars, you get a star. If you have no stars, you get a star.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's about how I feel about Mario.
Yeah.
Mario Party is the most arbitrary, ridiculous game. The worst date of my life. You'd think this would be the best date. I went on a date where I played
50
video
turns.
games with the girl for part of the date. It was the worst. It was Mario Party. That's not a game. It's torture. It is Mario
I
Party is
can't.
punishments.
Call me them out? No.
I like the first two or three,
No.
but then it just
Yeah.
got old.
I will say I enjoyed the first couple of Mario.
Maybe
Party.
it's because I played it with Jay. My friend Jay has
Don't play anything with Jay.
the best luck. Jay's the only person who I know who will he's a very lucky person.
Fuck that guy, man.
And he's
179 wins, 0 losses in Smash Brothers, and that motherfucker picks Jigglypuff and beats me.
Jay's just
Jigglypuff!
yeah.
Bullshit!
Sounds like you've been.
Huh?
Want to stop spitting on
Sorry.
me?
It
I'm
sounds like he's
angry.
holding a
I'm
lot
still
of anger
angry
back
about
from
that.
that day.
Yeah.
Jay-
and
Jay's
that was
a
like
g-
fucking 5 years
Jay's
ago.
a guy who can get to level 99 or level 9, whatever, like past 9 on Tetris, pause the game, go work for 10 minutes, come back and pick right back up Tetris. He's
Sure.
a machine.
Moving on.
Moving
Yeah.
on. Wow. Metal Gear Solid. That was actually one of the most impressive. They actually look like.
Not with horses.
Pause.
Okay.
Can we skip Metal Gear for
You-
right now?
Okay. Sure.
Come back to
Okay,
it.
yeah.
Okay. Is that a question?
We have a question.
Okay,
about
we'll skip Metal Gear.
If that's cool.
I very much want to talk about it. So,
Yeah.
we're going to Mirror's Edge 2.
Not with horses.
No, it's not horses, as far as I know. I don't know. Mirror's Edge.
Never cared for it.
I didn't even beat it. I got tired
Came
of it.
highly recommended to me from a few people, and then I played it. The game was utter shit.
I didn't really care for it. Like, it was a cool idea. It was all new. And I got tired of it.
So fucking
Listen,
boring.
I already have an issue with parkour because all it is aggressive running. I don't need to play an aggressive running video game.
Yes, you do.
Well, this is a prequel. Apparently, she's
Give a
getting
fuck
her tats.
when it takes place or how it takes place. All you do is fucking run.
So I guess
You're
I'm the
angry
dissenting
today.
dissenting
like
opinion
jaded.
here.
You're
You just
Jaded
run from
Jason.
shit. You're just running from shit.
I'm
Jaded
kind of.
It's
Jason.
like, you know what they should have
You
done?
are out angering Andy.
Let me tell you, it should have been Mirror's Edge 2, Tom fucking Cruise edition, because all that guy does in movies is run from shit. Okay?
Because he pisses a lot of people off.
Think about it.
I kind of enjoyed Mirror's Edge, but I could not play it because it gave me the worst motion sickness. 5 minutes in, motion sickness. But conceptually, I like the game. So I guess I'm
Aggressive running,
I'm
the video
I'm the
game.
dissenting, but it's not. It's platforming.
Moving on.
It is platforming first person. Anywho, moving on. Plants vs. Zombies Dos.
Are we talking Plants vs. Zombies 2? Or
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
Okay.
I
or the
got
other one?
Spanish. Okay, the ones on mobile, I don't really care about it.
Okay,
Um,
wait a minute. Wait, you're getting your lines crossed here. Then Plants vs. Zombies 2 is the mobile one, and then there's Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare.
Yeah, they're both the same thing.
No, they're not. One is
They're
a
gonna
one is
play
a fucking.
differently.
One of them is a tower defense game, and the other one's a third-person horde mode.
But I think they're adding tower defense stuff to it.
I'd probably love this.
That's what horde mode is, though. I was talking to Tony when they showed that Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare.
Mm-hmm.
I'm buying that shit because I love horde mode, and
That
it's
shit looks
fucking
fun.
Yeah,
If they do it right,
yeah.
that shit looks tight.
That looks
I'm in.
awesome.
I'm in.
I'm right there with White Guy Pound. Look at that
I'll probably end up getting
fist
it.
bump. You don't get one.
I have
You're
to
just
actually
a follower.
I have to look into it more.
Look at it. It's Plants vs. Zombies. I don't got to look into shit, man.
It's gonna be cool.
Third-person Plants vs. Zombies shooter.
I know
Horde
the-
mode.
Is
the
that,
mobile
is that
one's coming to-
exclusive or is that multi-platform?
It was.
They're
it was
all
during
going
the-
everywhere.
Multi-platform. That was on the EA conference.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. I didn't check it out
Badass.
other than the mobile one, so I'm like, cool, mobile one.
Yeah, no, the mobile one is the official sequel to Plants vs. Zombies, which is Tower Defense.
Wait, is that the one that's technically about time?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
about
Yeah.
time or some shit.
Okay,
Mhm.
well there you go.
And then there's Garden Warfare.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Garden Warfare,
I haven't really. They messed it up.
you
And
need
they
to
did
watch
two
the
at
trailer
once.
for that.
I
Right
wasn't
at the
there
break.
At, EA
At the
conference.
breaks.
Oh, okay, I wasn't there at the EA conference.
At the break.
I was working.
Next.
Catch up on it.
Next.
Project Spark. Looks like it'd be cool. I don't think many people will actually be interested in this game because, let's face it, not many people want to make their own game and then play through it.
I kind of
will be
want to
some
do it.
people.
I mean,
It's
I used
free.
to I
It's
used
free.
to play RPG Maker back in the day. I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen with this game is people are going to see how many dicks they can make. It's what it is. I mean-
You'll have about 4 hours and you'll see a penis.
oh yeah,
That's the,
or a
that's one of the
swastika,
internet
or, or,
What I-
a swastika made out of penises.
What I
Well,
want to see
Crooked
is
dicks.
kind of
Well,
like
just having up penises and
Yeah.
kind of like a user
One set of balls and
generated.
then cocks shooting
I
off.
Can't get a word in
Can't
edgewise.
get a word in edgewise. I'd love to see kind of a user generated content like browser, so people could make missions, and then I think it would make the game a lot cooler.
If they do this like Little Big Planet, I think they'll be
That's what
alright.
I'm
Where
hoping
there's
for.
already 100 whatever
That's what I'm
pre-made
hoping for.
levels. If you don't care about making your own level, and that gives you something to beat, while the community is
Make
making
some
all
stuff.
these extra levels for you to go through.
If they do that, it'll go over really well, just because it will be a free game that literally you can download, and it looks cool. It's just most people are.
I love user created content.
Yeah.
Love that shit.
Next, Quantum Break. This
Yeah.
is
Next.
the Remedy people's.
you don't want to, you're not excited about this?
It looks interesting. The whole like pausing scenes. I would like to know if that was all CGI though or in game stuff.
They said in game that last trailer they showed when he's talking to the chick that they said that's in game.
Here's the thing. I had a complete role reversal with this game because when I saw it at the reveal,
Yeah, reveal.
I was like, this is boring
Oh,
as
it
shit.
was a
Some
ship
ship
moving.
crashing into a fucking
Yeah.
bridge. Ooh, thanks, Remedy, you dicks. Where's Alan Wake 3? Then I saw the one at E3, and I was blown away. I was like, this is going to be fucking tight.
It looks cool.
The time bending and shit, I don't know. That sounds cool to me.
It might be cool. I want to see more on everything of it. Really.
It's got an interesting premise, but to me, all I keep going back to is it's just going to be another fucking Max Payne bullet time. That's all it's really going to be. I don't know. I just, to be honest,
I think you have to be touching them to get...
Yeah, you do.
Because there was something about her...
Yeah, you have to
if
touch
they
them.
let... Yeah, Jason's touching me again, as usual.
he's
If
touching
you
your laser
weren't holding
earlier.
the chick's hand, she was going to, like, zap back into freeze time.
Yeah.
Or something,
I mean,
so... I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if they can pull it off.
that would be more or less something that like once it's out, or it's really got to do something like have a kick-ass music video.
Then Jason said.
Then I'm sold. But no, right now, that was probably my least favorite from what they announced. Was that one?
Next Xbox exclusive, we got Rise. This turned into from a Kinect game back in
Thank God.
2011, 2012. I can't remember when it got announced. To a third-person like action game.
This game looks sick. This is one of my most anticipated
Fucking
games.
Call of Duty Romans.
This shit looks
I know.
sick, dude.
It is fucking awesome.
I love stuff like this. Like
Awesome.
Troy and all that, like the Roman Empire, the Greek... I love this
so
stuff.
excited
This
for that
also
game.
went from a first-person game to a third-person
Yeah,
game.
Which
as well.
probably made it better.
Probably, yes.
Because I know PC's got that one that's like medieval...
Medieval Chivalry Warfare or something like that?
Yeah, and that one looked like a cool concept, but I think first person
Yeah.
held
that's
it back.
Yeah, I think so too.
And thank God it's not Kinect
I do the
anymore.
free-
Because even when they showed it a year or two ago, it looked cool, but it was like, fuck, it's Kinect. Now it's not Kinect.
That was the only thing that actually made me interested in the Kinect because that game did.
And
look cool.
they've even said the one negative I heard is a lot of people go, oh,
QuickTime events.
all it is QuickTime events. And I
Yeah.
said, no, it's not. That's just the kill sequence.
But
that
even
you're
if it
seeing.
is, who cares? A
I
lot
know.
of great games have QuickTime events.
Yeah.
God of War, Heavy Rain,
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil,
Resident Evil.
Resident Evil 6,
Yeah.
not Resident Evil 5.
Resident Evil 5 had don't, you
Don't
can
you
tell
pull it.
I'm already wound up.
I know.
You really want to
I'm
go
gonna,
there?
I'm gonna keep poking the bear.
He is already mad today. Anyway, we got another one, Sonic Lost Worlds. What do you think about that?
Sonic.
It's Mario Galaxy. Yeah.
Oh, wait a bit, yes.
This one hurt.
Did it? I thought it didn't look too bad.
I don't know how I feel with the Sonic bouncing from enemy to enemy stuff. There's
That
the
was-
homing thing. As always rubbed me the wrong way. The homing Sonic stuff.
It was just weird. It seems like they ruined it. It looks like it's gonna be a great game, just not a good Sonic game. If that makes sense. I feel bad for Sonic, not for the game. The game looked tight. I don't know. Time will tell. This was what I thought was gonna sell me on the Wii U finally. I'm like, they're making a standalone Sonic World game. I'm like, finally, maybe a reason to get the Wii U. And then I saw the trailer and I'm like, maybe I can wait a few more months.
It's not a system seller for me, but it would definitely be a second
Good
or
add-on.
third string title that I would buy as filler.
Yeah.
Moving on, we got Sunset Overdrive by the boys over at Insomniac.
Yes! These are my guys. I love these guys. This game,
they are going to the other side.
I don't
the
know how I
dark
feel.
sides.
Well, they got interviewed about this, and they said no because they're actually still making PS3 exclusives too. So they're actually triple dipping their balls in all three Sundays, if you will.
Yeah.
Where they're going to give
Oh.
PlayStation exclusives, they're going to give Xbox exclusives, and they're going to build multi-platform games.
Nice.
Smexy.
So they're really slutting it up.
Looked really fucking cool.
it did.
Insomniac's awesome, dude.
really
They make
fucking
really
cool.
good games. Yeah.
Kind of looked like a Borderlands like
It
stylized.
was like a goofy horde game.
goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked. You know, I know it didn't.
What's it called? Sidewalk something?
Sunset Overdrive.
Wow.
It's like
It
Slippy, Slammy. I knew it started with S.
It reminded me very much of Team Fortress, and with the quirky weapons, more of like Gotham City Imposters. But it looked really fucking cool.
No,
Yeah.
quirky
Insomniac
weapons
makes
is
good
their
games.
forte. I
Yeah.
mean, quirky weapons is what all.
Yeah.
Resistance, Ratchet and
Clank.
Clank. Yeah.
I'm. You picking this up?
Oh fuck yeah!
Then I'm picking. If you're picking it up, I'm picking it up.
I get every Insomniac
I'm,
game.
but yeah, I mean, if I was playing it by myself, I probably would pass on it. But if
Did
I've
you
got
like
somebody to play with,
Fuse?
I didn't buy it yet. I'm buying it.
Okay, I was just wondering.
yeah, I'll pick it up.
I didn't say I got them all day one.
No,
I
okay,
said
no,
I buy
yeah.
every
No, I was
Insomniac.
interested because I played the demo. It was cool, but it was definitely a co-op game.
Yeah.
This one, to play off for the fanboyism that's been going for this series for, I don't know, 2 or 3 months, probably 4 or 5 years at this point. Star Wars Battlefront.
Dun, 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 dun,
Dun.
dun, dun.
I mean, I'm excited. We
Looks
called
great.
it. We called it though. It was going to be fucking. They didn't show anything.
Oh, they're
about the
gonna
logo.
whore the shit out of
It's
the
gonna.
Star
It's
Wars
gonna be
series now.
fucking Battlefield set in the Star Wars universe.
Which is what it was
I
before.
want a cup of water.
Huh?
Where are your glasses? I want a cup of water.
Cabinet right there. Hey, there's cold waters in the fridge.
Literally, because I'm also interested because they didn't announce anything about that. Was it like the Star Wars First Assault or
Yeah.
what it was? I'm surprised they didn't actually.
That's
like,
dead.
That's what I mean. Like, I'm surprised because it looked like it was so close to being done. I would expect to hear something
I'm
about
gonna
it.
This game is literally going to look like a realistic Star Wars. They're going to basically take and reskin Battlefield for Battlefront.
I know.
And I'm fine with that.
That's what
I'm
it was.
100%
It's never
fine
been
with-
anything
yeah.
else.
$10 says the action scenes look better than Star Wars 1,
Yeah.
the movie.
Fucking, I hope you can kill Jar Jar.
Literally,
Because they've in Battlefront 2, I believe they had the
yeah,
heroes.
the heroes.
I want to fucking murder that goddamn Gungan. I hate that guy.
Literally, if you were playing Battlefield 1942 and Star Wars Battlefront side by side, they even stole the menu screens from them.
Yeah.
Literally, when you're choosing your class, I don't see a fucking difference,
Yeah.
other than Stormtrooper, Sniper, or something like that. You know?
I haven't bought a Star Wars, with the exception of Lego. I haven't bought a Star Wars game in probably almost 10 years. I will buy this.
You should check out. I'll borrow you the Force Unleashed.
I played them.
They're good.
I said bought.
Yeah, they're
I
good.
played them.
Now, did we want to say anything more about the Super Mario 3D world? No.
Good shit, man.
Oh, it is the first one bringing Princess as a playable character back since Super Mario Brothers 2 on the NES.
Okay.
That's cool. No, I like that they're bringing back that Mario 2
That's all I
dynamic.
got. I wonder if she still does that.
She does the float.
She does the
she
dress
floats.
pops out. Yeah. No, Luigi kicked his
He had the leg flip.
Yeah, but he kicked his feet. Her dress would pop out.
And
Moving
Toad
on.
is the fast runner.
They should have made a sequel to Super Princess Peach. That was a good game.
I heard that.
Yeah. It was the best non-Mario game I've ever played.
Luigi's Mansion's pretty good.
No, I'm
I wanna
like,
play
where,
that. I haven't
where,
played
where
that
it's an
yet.
actual platformer, like
Oh, I get what you mean.
like
yeah.
Yoshi's Island and all that shit.
Yeah.
This one was better than that.
Jack and Daxter,
Her
the precursor,
her
was
power
the
ups
best
were
Mario
her
game ever
emotions.
made.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just played those Jack games.
Jack and Daxter 1
Yeah.
is the best Mario game ever made.
Oh yeah. I was gonna get into
been a
those.
while.
Moving
I
on!
I beat all of my other stuff. Moving on. Super Smash Bros.
Called it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was really
That,
surprised
that
by this
Mega Man
one.
thing was really cool. I was like, how are they gonna throw Mega Man in there? Not because he's not a good character, but because all his moves are like projectile based.
Mm-hmm.
And in general, Smash Brothers, you have a projectile move, but it's not your main attack. And the closest thing I could think of was in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, where he was kicking the ball around.
Yeah. He had
But-
some attacks in that too.
Yeah, but his main
Yeah.
his
No, I get
main
you, yeah.
stuff is all shooting. You know, he has a couple like, but yeah.
My biggest problem with Smash is currently I don't have a Wii U. I'm planning on getting a 3DS, and I want to buy Smash for 3DS.
So you're not one of the 2.5 million people, or probably less because they traded them in. So
Anyways, the Wii U version is taking a hit in roster size to accommodate the 3DS version, because the 3DS version
they were
can't
saying that they're
support-
probably not going to launch at the same time.
I don't know, but
Really? Roster size?
because they don't want, because they're going to be cross-play. You're going to be able to play against people.
Have they confirmed that?
Yes,
Okay.
on your DS, I'll be able to play against you on your
Right.
Wii U. They don't want you to have more of an advantage with different roster characters than what I have.
Because the 3DS can handle up to an 8 gig cartridge, from what I've heard. So you'd think that with 8 gigs, considering the Wii U, the Wii U does use Blu-rays, doesn't it? 25 gig.
So I mean,
Still, I wouldn't think it'd make that big of a difference.
you wouldn't think, but yeah, they said don't
It's
expect.
not called Blu-rays.
Don't-
They'll get sued.
Don't expect the roster size that we saw in the last Smash Brothers.
Well, the last Smash Brothers was kind of crazy. But they have said it'll be faster than the screen
interview
size.
that I saw
Yeah,
afterwards,
yeah.
yeah.
I guess if the screen is too small,
And
to
then, oh
accommodate-
boy, we get to play as the creepy-looking fucking villager from Animal Crossing.
and the Wii Fit, Yoga Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a stupid.
Way to waste fucking.
Well,
if
but-
you have a limited
but hey-
roster space, way to fucking waste.
Well, yeah, but they're at least the first few characters. Mega Man's in there. You know, well, you have Mario, Link, Samus, Fox.
They
They're
were
all-
also talking about how they're not going to do DLC for add-on characters.
No.
Did they say they haven't planned it? That doesn't mean they won't. I mean, I guess they. I don't know. I don't know how Nintendo's doing their DLC, because this new Mario or Luigi U DLC seems really weird too. I don't
Yeah,
think that the game
'cause
was planned around the DLC, and they're just adding downloadable levels.
I
or
think
something.
they'll eventually do some type of some type of DLC for it.
Probably, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't see why they
Fucking
wouldn't.
stupid not to.
Yeah, I mean it'd be crazy not to.
The next one, the newest, coolest racer that I saw at E3, The Crew by Ubisoft. I thought that thing looked pretty cool. The customization, I loved how they did it. You actually physically take apart the car and look at what you're changing, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks pretty badass. I'm actually pretty stoked about this one too.
That one looked pretty cool. If anything,
This looks like it'll be my silly racer.
yeah, that's what I was thinking about it. Cause
Not
like,
Need for Speed?
no, new Need for Speed, I would say.
I'm buying that shit.
I mean, I don't even think I threw Forza in here. Did you want to say anything about Forza?
I do.
as well? Go for it.
It is confirmed that all three hosts of the UK version of Top Gear
Oh, yeah,
will
I did
appear
say.
in Forza 5.
That's pretty cool.
That
It was
is
one of the best
fucking-
things about 4 was all the Top Gear
Was Jeremy,
stuff.
yeah, doing the Auto Vista? Yeah. I'm actually going to buy Forza.
Really?
Yeah. I put it on GroupMe.
You could totally join in our car club.
He can't play in our car club.
He might get Xbox
He's
One
not
still.
getting an Xbox One.
Not for
Look
a
at
while.
him. It's
He might.
right. It's right.
All right, you could. We'll keep the piston. What are we?
You can be part of my crew.
With the piston.
Yeah,
piston.
piston.
movement, right?
Yeah.
I think we got to call ours FwdCompatible.
Well, he's already got like we had like
I'm
just
like,
10 people in our.
I'm
club.
just saying.
we have a big car
I
club.
think we have to change. the
I'll
name of
join
it.
a second car club. I'm not
Yeah.
worried about it.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm picking up Forza.
Besides that, did you want to say anything about Drive Club as well?
No, fuck that game.
They both look cool. I'm getting
That's
both.
that's the Sony one, right? Drive Club.
Yeah.
That's going to be free with. There's a free.
It's like a
Free
limited
version.
version
Yeah.
of it, basically. Yeah.
Which is
But still,
interesting.
the PlayStation
Yes, yes.
Plus.
I guess
free-
it's
Don't
Sony's Killer Instinct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a driving game.
Yeah.
You know, my problem with it is, and I know it's stupid, but it should have been Gran Turismo. They should have been reversed. Gran
Yeah.
Turismo 6 should have been PS4.
Probably would have been a
and
better
Drive Club
idea.
should have been, yeah.
Just because Gran Turismo sells systems.
I don't understand the logic of
Not like they
not
need help
having
right now,
Gran
though.
Turismo as your first fucking racing
I
game.
think,
It doesn't
I
make
think,
launch,
I
they
think,
never make
I think
launch.
Polyphony Digital's just too small. Where even they were probably one of the first companies that knew that the PS4 was real, and they were probably one of the first ones that got a dev kit for it.
Yeah.
But they're just too small. It takes them so long to make games.
I know. For me, when I think of your iconic racer on PlayStation, it's Gran Turismo.
You're right.
Forza's killing.
Well,
Gran
that or
Turismo.
Ridge Racer.
What do you have, hour 30?
I don't know.
Hour 15.
We still got to get to.
Yeah,
this
I know.
too.
So I'm going to get through the last few of them here. We have A Link Between Worlds.
Yes.
Anyone want to say
It's
anything
the
about
only
it?
reason I'm buying a 3DS.
I'll buy it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Moving on, we have The Order 1866.
This looks fucking.
It's
tight.
one of the most commonly misspelled actual titles I've seen. I think it's in GameStop as 1866. I think it's 1886 though. I've seen it misspelled everywhere.
You mean 1686?
Yeah, it's 1686 as well.
6816. Sorry.
It's either 1886 or 1866. I've seen it both
It's
ways
1886.
everywhere. I have it listed as 1886, but I've seen it everywhere as 1866.
Well, they're fucking wrong.
Yeah, everyone's confusing this one. That one looked cool though. Besides all that
That
stuff,
shit looked badass.
I want to see because I thought it might be like a Left 4 Dead style because they showed 4 characters, kind of like a attacking by mystical creatures of some sorts, and with cool weapons.
Werewolves.
I would love to see if it's like a Left 4 Dead clone. I'd love because that would be a huge interest for me because
Van Helsing, the video game.
I'd get it maybe. So
Twice.
I like how he's like, I'll get it. Well, maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, he didn't get Van Helsing, and he said he was going to get Van Helsing like a year ago.
Who?
He has Tony.
Oh, okay.
I want to give. Where's Van Helsing?
It's already out. Came out like
Ugh.
last week before that, I think.
For what?
Van Helsing.
Yeah. Remember I told you about it like last year.
What?
It was the
another-
something Adventures of Van Helsing.
Oh, I thought you were about like the movie.
What's it on?
his face?
It's on Xbox and PlayStation.
I've seen that
Go
shit.
buy that shit tonight. Is it good?
I got 7.5, I think, on IGN.
That's no good.
Try to demo out for it.
7.5 on IGN in the real world is like a fucking 4.
Anywho, we're gonna go to the new Jonathan Blow game, The Witness. Did anyone check it out? I checked out a little bit of the puzzle solving for the most part.
Looks cool.
Yeah, they have
Didn't
cool
see it.
graphic style. of
This is
it.
probably going to be one of my first pre-owned titles when it hits the $20.
Bin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like Braid, so I want to check it out. But all I've seen is some trailers of it.
Yeah. My most, I guess, game I'm ticked off I'm not going to get because that's not going to be on PS4 would be Titanfall. Thought that thing looked badass. I think it's one of the new shooters that Xbox definitely needs. Just adding so much new and cool stuff
My
to first
second
person.
least favorite game that they showed.
Really? I thought it was kind of cool. What do you
Looks
think?
good. Looks good. I'm grabbing it.
I'm not knocking it. It did look impressive. It just didn't appeal to me.
The only problem with me
You don't really play
is that
multiplayer shooters, though,
multiplayer.
do
I
you?
wouldn't
Not
play it
anymore.
very long.
But I am returning to the multiplayer shooter field with Battlefield 4.
Are you?
Yeah.
Nice.
See, I'm doing Destiny because I know it's more co-op.
I don't.
than-
See, Destiny looked
I'm
cool to
good
me.
at Destiny and
I
Battlefield.
don't know if
so-
I'm picking it up just because I suck at first-person shooters, but Destiny does look really cool. It's basically Borderlands, but also sci-fi.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It looked to, when I my
It looks
my
very
opinion,
Halo.
my opinion
Yeah.
of
Oh, yeah,
Destiny
definitely.
is Halo meets Mass Effect, and that just doesn't appeal to
Oh,
me.
Mass Effect is so awesome though.
Yeah, I know. But that's like two things I love.
Don't make me rant on Mass Effect.
Now, I gotta
'cause that's
say-
almost as bad as Resident Evil.
Destiny is almost an exact copy of The Division with a different universe and third person. Did you check out
fuck
The
that is
Division?
either.
Tom Clancy's The Division.
You just
It's
said,
gonna-
you know what instantly turns me off from video games when you put Tom Clancy's name on something.
The thing about Tom Clancy
No, he
isn't
doesn't do
doing
shit about it.
He doesn't do anything with it. He
I
sold
know.
his name, literally sold his name for them to use in
Rainbow
the games.
Six, fucking Ghost Recon, Splinter Cell. I don't play.
I don't do Ghost
any
Recon.
of
Splinter
Vegas,
Cell's
those.
Vegas was alright, and that was it.
I
The
don't
no,
play
the 3DS
Oh yeah, no, the
game
Rainbow
was
Six,
basically
old Rainbow
XCOM.
Six I don't care for.
I don't
Splinter
play
Cell's been good for a long time.
any
though.
of those.
In general, I don't do the Tom Clancy stuff.
I just
Same,
do Splinter
same
Cell
Tom Clancy
and
to
Rainbow
me.
Six.
Well, I
same-
think the 3DS Ghost Recon was basically
I didn't
XCOM.
know those.
It's basically
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a turn-based.
when you say
action game.
Tom Clancy to me is the same thing if you were to say Madden to me. I'm just like, ugh, no.
Understandable. But basically, The Division was third person, persistent online world, just like Destiny. And then also it had, character upgrades. You had to get your own food and stuff, so you had to stay hydrated, so you had to worry about that kind of stuff.
No, that's not cool.
But anyway, it's basically kind of like a different version of Destiny, modern day. and
Next.
stuff. Transistor. Anyone check that one out?
Yes, can't wait.
the fuck is this?
That
For the guys
is
who made
Bastion.
Bastion. Yes, cannot wait.
Oh, yeah, it looks interesting.
Oh, so it's another art house game.
No. Nah, I wouldn't say Bastion's art
Looks like
house.
Bastion.
Looks like Bastion. Bastion's awesome.
My next
Sure it is.
game is actually my least favorite that I saw at E3, and that was Trials Fusion.
Why?
They're adding stunts and points, and it's going to be Tony Hawk now. I
My two favorite things.
I
Tony Hawk and
specifically
Trials.
liked that Trials had no point system. I just liked that it was a straight up racer. I love doing the tricks just because they felt cool to do, and I'm gonna try it out, I guess. But it just
honestly,
it wasn't the Trials franchise.
If Trials at its core has the same gameplay that it brought for
It
the
looked
past two
different.
games, it
That's another
looked
thing,
different. But
yeah.
I'm just if it's still that core mechanic where you're on the fucking you're doing the track 30 times because you keep failing,
Yeah.
then I'm fine with it.
There's that. It's just I don't like the additional points. I very much was. I mean, it's always been a time trial game.
I get it. I get that,
The
but I mean,
flips
that
were
just-
for flair.
I guess for me it adds another element of competition. Like, all right, well, if I hit this jump, I can score this many points. How much did Mark score on that jump? You know?
Understandable, yeah.
So, if handled correctly, I think could be okay.
Okay. Next one I got on here, the new Wolfenstein actually looked pretty cool. Did
Yep.
anyone check out that gameplay
Nope.
trailer of it? It
I'm
actually
pretty
looked
excited.
really cool.
Looks good, looks real good.
I was actually surprised because I've not done Wolfenstein. It was before I was allowed to play M-rated games.
I was gonna say,
basically.
if you say it's before you're born, I'm slapping you.
No, I know it wasn't. No, I mean it was just like an M-rated game. No, I'm not playing that. So literally, it looked actually really cool. I like the robot like dogs or whatever the heck it was. They all look pretty cool. So we'll definitely I'll definitely be checking it out more. Did you check it out as well?
Yeah, I heard about it. It's just like set in the future, right? It's good.
Yeah, so I
it
was
sounded
good.
interesting. I didn't watch too much about it.
Yeah.
My last one I got are the two new Yoshi games,
Next.
Yarn and New Island.
Next.
Are they still with the crying Mario or no?
This is the one I did not see any of the trailers for this one.
They didn't
Okay.
show
It's
it
like the
during,
only one on my
during
whole
the-
list.
they didn't.
No, they didn't show it during Nintendo
They-
Direct.
Are you sure? I could have sworn I saw some video of it, but I can't remember.
Not that I mean, my feed sucked horribly. Didn't see it. Don't care. Fuck Yoshi. Next.
Next, I only have one story for you today, and that would be the Xbox 360 is for everyone who's not online.
Yeah, this is hysterical. I think it was Dan Matrick
Yeah.
when asked about what Xbox One potential consumers should do in the event they don't have an online connection. He said, well, we have a product for people that don't have a constant internet connection. It's called the Xbox 360.
If really quick, this week
Douche.
I've dealt with a lot of fanboyism, especially doing all the social media stuff. But I had a private conversation with Brian, and Brian took a cheap shot with bringing up City of Heroes in regards to.
But was it wrong? Sorry.
Here's the thing. Okay, with City of Heroes, the comment was the system has potential to do the same thing City of Heroes does or did, is where it gets shut off and you can't play it anymore.
Yeah.
The problem that the community with City of Heroes had is the game was still thriving and the developer said "We're
Xbox
done."
360 is still thriving.
Larry Herb and Dan Matrick both came out and said, when they were asked with this question, is what are people going to do when the server shut off? They said the systems theoretically potentially will be unlocked. They said, why would we brick our system and not allow people to play it?
That could be true.
No,
So
that's exactly what's
until
gonna
it
happen.
actually happens.
That's exactly what's going to happen. As soon as the internet goes,
Because
why would they care anymore?
At that
Once
point,
the Xbox
exactly at
One
that
is
point, the main reason for this always online 24-hour check-in bullshit is DRM. That's the real reason that they're doing.
Once
that.
the system's not the main focus
Exactly.
anymore?
Once that system's not their their focus, they don't fucking care anymore.
It's possible, but until they actually do it, I mean, look, Microsoft and many other tech companies are all trying to go to these crazy subscription models where you don't own anything and you give them a monthly or a yearly fee. And it could be that for your Xbox One to work, they might take down most of the servers, but leave a few to just make your Xbox One check in. And
That's a possibility.
and they can make it compatible going forward.
Forward compatible.
Where was he going with that one?
But
Missed
I don't
it.
get it.
Right over my head.
but I don't. I just It doesn't seem likely, but Microsoft could somehow go under.
This is possible.
It doesn't seem likely. I'm not saying that's going to happen.
I'm sure we'll get to all this during the topic of the week.
Yeah.
We should probably,
I just
Yeah.
we
wanted
should
to
probably get to questions.
I apologize. News was
All right.
massive, so
Hour and a half long, Mark. Where do you fucking go?
half hour was bullshit.
That's fine. That's what I do. All right, so I guess it's time for.
All right. Oh God. Is it time for?
The Gmail.
It's like, where are you at?
I want to do the calm one. Oh, forget it.
Gabe. What's up, Gabe? Bustos.
So
So he and his buddy got into a heated debate this past week.
hit it.
Will we ever touch on the topic of PC versus console?
Better.
Well, Gabe, we've done this. It's one of our very early episodes. I wouldn't be surprised if you hadn't heard of us yet. We may enter it
Yeah.
When I'm not
Post-
in juice.
post the launch of the PS4 and the Xbox 360 because those,
Xbox One.
Xbox One, because those will close the gap a little bit more than
For
if
that
we,
time being.
if we were,
For that 1 month.
if we were to compare PCs to the 360, it's 3 generations or some shit.
Yeah.
At least the Xbox One and PS4 will bring it a little closer, where it might make for a more interesting debate. But I think it is time we readdress that once the new generation launches.
And I don't know if we have, particularly in my opinion, I don't think I was there for that show.
Yeah, this was before Jason even. It was one of our really early. Top
If it's
of the weeks.
before I was on there, it doesn't matter.
yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
All right. John Morsey asked, and this is why I cut you off, how awesome does Metal Gear Solid 5 look? Any thoughts?
Everything they've shown from the early trailers of the guy, like the infirmary ward to the horses, look pretty awesome.
A lot of horses.
When I saw that,
Red
They
Dead Redemption horses.
had tanks.
They should have called the game Metal Gear Redemption. It would have been awesome.
Metal Gear Solid, now with John Marston.
I'm going to be honest, I really haven't given two shits about Metal Gear after 2, because I hated 2. I did play Snake Eater, and that was okay. Didn't play 4. I think I'm going to go back to Metal Gear now. I'm going to try this one. It looks interesting enough.
This actually might be the first Metal Gear I try, because I did pick up 4 in the HD collection, and I realized that Japanese stealth games have never really been good.
Huh.
Splinter Cell blew them away back in the early 2000s, and they've been playing catch-up of what a good stealth game is.
Your thoughts? Is that...
Don't
no?
give a fuck.
Okay. Ryan?
At first I felt bad that they were cutting David Hayter out of Metal Gear.
But then he's there.
But yeah.
He is in the game? Mm-hmm. He was pissed 2 months ago during a fucking interview.
Kiefer Sutherland is now doing Snake, and he's doing Big Boss. It's the same guy, 2 different voices.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, that's
So-
cool.
Yeah, no, I will probably pick it up.
Okay.
Time permitting.
Stephen Allen asked, what would you think of a Zelda game taking place in Termina again? For those that don't know, like Mark,
Yep.
Termina is
No idea.
the setting for Majora's Mask.
Never played it.
How would you, Brian, what would you think about them going back
I'd like to go back to Majora's Mask because I got angry when time reset the first time. I was like, I can't do this because I'm very impatient. So having to redo things drives me up the wall.
Yeah, I do remember hearing about that. You have to
Majora
redo stuff.
is one of my absolute...
And that's why I want to go back because everybody says it's really good. So I just need to like man up and deal with
It's
it.
a toss up between A Link to the Past and Majora for my number 1 spot for Zelda. I would love to revisit this. I don't know if I'd want to play a different story or have an HD remake of it. Yeah, that's the hard part.
I'd love an HD.
Yeah,
of all the
what I
games
really
to be
want
HD
is an
remakes
HD remake.
Are I mean, Ocarina of Time kind of had one. It was okay on 3DS, but it wasn't like a huge boost. Both the N64 games could definitely use an HD remake.
Yeah. Tony? Majora's Mask setting?
Fucking do it, man.
Sweet. All right. Speaking of Zelda, Lysios asked, what are your thoughts regarding the possibility of DLC coming to the Legend of Zelda franchise in the future? Anybody want to start that one? You want me to go?
I don't know how to
I'll sum it up really quick. It's easy. If it's handled properly, it could be fucking awesome.
I think
It's as bad as what Fire Emblem
I don't
does.
think they could do DLC. I think they'd have to do expansions with a full-on side dungeon, because I don't see how regular old DLC would work in a Zelda universe.
I could see them doing maybe some items or reskins. As stupid as it sounds, usually I hate reskins. But
Yeah,
could you imagine playing through the new Zelda game and let's say it has that more realistic look to it, but then like for like 99 cents you could buy Wind Waker Link and run around in the game. It could be.
It would be amusing for like 10 minutes, but that
Or mini side dungeons, like random dungeon
side dungeons would
generators.
be cool.
That could be cool.
It's one place where Tomb Raider really dropped the ball, because Tomb Raider, not to say it's the same as Zelda, but they're both about exploration to some degree. And Tomb Raider totally dropped the ball in terms of DLC. They had one DLC dungeon that was like a pre-order bonus, and then like Europe got it. And like that game was made for DLC and new places to explore and go to, and they dropped the ball.
Unlock parts of the island
Absolutely.
that you couldn't get to before.
Zelda could do something like that, and it would be awesome.
Yeah.
You know, a volcano can erupt and a new island comes out of the sea in Wind Waker.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah,
Or
absolutely. it could
also,
work.
like Tony said, just a full-on expansion side quest that
side
like,
quest
a la
stuff.
Mass Effect
Absolutely.
could work too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the Citadel.
I think it would also help fill the gap, because Zeldas take so long to develop. They're like on a 5-6 year cycle usually.
Yeah.
Where you buy your $60 game and you get a $20 expansion after the first year, and sort of like what Elder Scrolls does.
It could kind of
it's great. It's
It
great.
kills the time between having to wait for that 5-year gap before the new Zelda comes out.
And one of my biggest issues with Skyward Sword is they boasted that it was a 50-hour game. Half that shit was fetch quests.
That's what I've heard. I still have not fired it up.
Yeah, it was. It was
Yeah.
really. I mean, you didn't have.
And I've
to
heard
do
that the tutorial runs through the whole game, but even like on the last dungeon, they're like, "Oh, we need a key for this door. We better go find a key."
They baby you
Really?
a lot in that game.
Really?
They
yeah,
baby you a lot.
I can't. That would
So
drive
I
me
mean
nuts.
that
I can't
if you
take baby
subsidized,
games a lot of times.
if you
They
took out all
hold
that
your hand the whole time.
all that filler fetch quest crap. I mean, I know every game has it a little bit, but this
You
one
don't
had
have
a
to
lot.
have it past the first
Yeah.
maybe hour or two of gameplay to explain everything.
But then you subsidize that for actual good side mission DLC. I'd pay for it.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Where are we at here? Metro Android
What's up, sir?
said he must be late to the party. But I just figured he just figured out the ending to Final Fantasy X2. It says to be continued, and then they charge for DLC for the ending. He'd really love to hear our opinion on this.
What a dick move! Did you actually get to play something, or is it
Did you
just
play
like
this?
Final Fantasy
You're
X2?
you're a resident Final Fantasy guy.
Like the old one from like 2003-ish. I played through it. I did not 100% it.
Oh, I'm
because-
sorry. It's 13.
13-2. I did not play. I played 13. I did not play 13-2. Because 13, well, even though in the end I enjoyed it, if I did not have a buttload of free time when that game came out, I would not have played through it. I would not have made it through it. So I did not pick up 13-2.
Well, what about?
I played like the first 2 hours of Final Fantasy 13-1.
Well, that's the problem. The only reason I played through it is because I lost my job the week after it came out.
Didn't Mass Effect kind of do something similar to? I mean, they didn't necessarily charge you for the deals.
Well, what happened with Mass Effect was that people were pissed off about the ending, and
free.
we can discuss that. But the ending DLC where they changed the ending, or I shouldn't say changed, they updated
Modified.
the ending, they modified some stuff. That was free, but then
Okay.
like the extra DLC that's come out since then
Don't
adds
pay.
like a line to the ending.
Okay.
It doesn't do anything to really change it.
Yeah,
To charge people DLC for the ending is just straight up garbage. Yeah,
Square is
I-
really
I-
bad about DLC. They have not figured out how to do
Yeah.
it.
I
That's-
can't believe did they actually? It said to be continued, and there was like a playable scene afterwards, like a DLC or
I'm
what?
gonna be honest. Metro, message us. Let us know because none of
that's
us
actually one
have
of the-
played that.
It sounds like bullshit.
Yeah.
It sounds
it
like one of the
sounds-
biggest
yeah.
garbage things. Like Square has
Like,
been.
I'd
just
break
going
that
downhill
fucking
so
disc.
much.
I would.
If it wasn't for
I would,
Eidos,
I would never buy a
Square's-
Square. Yeah.
Square would have gone on a long time.
I would never
ago.
buy a Square game again if that happened to me. I really would not. Any game that says to be continued and it's $60, no.
Yeah,
No.
that's horrible. So give us a little bit more detail, and we could touch on it again next week. Last week, I asked a question. I asked how many people actually play games offline, as far as disconnecting their internet connection when playing single player games.
Forgot all about that.
I did get some replies. Before I go into the replies, I want to know what everybody here does. When you're playing a single player game, Mark.
I have no point of disconnecting. I don't see the point.
I've only done it one time for Mass Effect 3
Okay.
because I had built up my galactic readiness to 100% in the iPad game, and I had not played for several months, and then the ending DLC came out. And I did not want my graphics readiness to drop back down to 50%, so I unplugged it before I started playing so it would not drop the graphic readiness down.
Didn't know that worked.
Yeah.
I've never, since I've been online, I've never disconnected. I've never seen a point.
Yeah.
I did it one other time just to test something. I disconnected my Xbox from online and it booted like 30 seconds faster.
Figures.
Yeah.
The only game that I've ever done it with was Arkham Asylum. And the reason that I did that is I got the game early. And
I did that. Then yes, I did that
B,
once.
for the
For a
calendar
game.
man.
Oh, right. That's the reason to do it.
Instead of having to
Yeah.
sit through and play, go back to the game every
day.
fucking holiday.
Yeah.
I did it for calendar man.
I did get a game early, and I did disconnect. That's the only time I ever did that, though. And 99.9% of people won't be able to do that.
When
so.
Fallout 3 was bugging on the PS3, I unplugged my connection for that.
I get a
too,
lot of
because it
games
froze up.
early. I never fucking unplug. I don't care.
So here's
Well, yeah,
what
'cause it doesn't actually matter after I found out.
It's only like two.
There's a
I only get them
review
like 2 or
copy.
3 days early. Nobody cares.
Here's what our loyal listeners had to say. Andrew Dillon said he's always online, never off. He has a great connection because he lives close to a large city. Lysios,
He's in Jersey, right?
yeah, I believe so. Lysios said, I tend to disconnect my net while playing games to avoid people, or I often lose connection. So it looks like he's got one of the issues where it disconnects.
I tend to take
You're offline.
No, there you could on both systems you can turn off notifications. So when I'm in a really story-heavy game or watching
Yeah.
Netflix, I have that shit completely
Yeah.
off because I don't want to be in the middle of a movie and it's like, oh,
It is
fucking
online.
Jason's online. It's like,
Stupid
dude,
Jason.
It takes you out. Fuck you, Jason. It was a good part.
Do they have like granular settings? Can they say like only content? Like, do they give you settings for each? They should say like, I want these messages only. Like, if someone sends me a message during a game,
You can
I
do
wouldn't
that right
mind.
now.
Can you do that right
You
now?
can do messages only, friend alerts only.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I would not want friend alerts. I don't really play a lot of multiplayer, but I wouldn't mind getting messages when I'm online.
Metro Android said his router does not like his consoles, so he hasn't had his systems online in months. I get that that's an unfortunate thing. That's not necessarily what we're asking about though, but I mean I get that too.
Yeah. Maybe your router doesn't reach where you need it to
Yeah,
be.
or-
At one point I had that problem. I
I
go
know
buy a better
some-
router.
Andy's got a lot of problems with his NAT settings and
That's-
shit too, and he can't figure it out.
That's what I'm going to next.
He's got a lot of problems with getting his counts
Andy
on.
says his systems are on online 90% of the time when his connection wants to work. He just tends to hide his profile so people don't bother him. So he'll actually show offline.
He's got a lot of fans that like to message him.
Yeah. And then Austin summed it up really good. He said if he's playing games, he's online. Whether it's a single player or a multiplayer or whatever he's doing, if his system turns on, he's online.
Yeah, if his mom's cleaning his room, like happens to mine,
So,
and I come home, my
we
console's on, I'm like, what the hell?
Greatly appreciate the Sam turns mine on every once in a while because he pokes the Xbox with his nose.
Yeah, that'll work too.
I had a cat who used to turn on my my computer and my answering machine because that answering machine had a little blinking light. Boop. Yeah.
So thank you very much for giving us feedback on that question. Andrew Dillon,
What's up, Andrew?
correctly answered the Impoverished Geek question of the week last week. We're going to contact him this week regarding his prize because it's actually a physical thing that we're going to need to send out to him. We're not telling you what it is. It's nothing dirty though.
Oh, it's dirty.
It just felt
Mark,
some dirt.
do you remember what the question last week was?
I do. It was who was Sony's 3D mascot in 1995?
And the answer is
Polygon Man. Yeah.
Yep.
Give me half a second.
The creepiest mascot ever.
And he was quickly replaced by Crash Bandicoot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, even before that, they started using the characters from what's her name, the whip girl from Toshinden.
Yeah.
And then Brian, you just sent me. Is that another Steam?
Prize for this week. Yeah.
Okay. So we've got another Steam prize for this week. I'm gonna give a question this week.
Go for it.
The Impoverished Geek question of the week this week is: who was the secret unlockable skater in Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 for PlayStation 2?
I actually know what it is. It's great.
Good for you.
I know. I
Good
had
for
it.
you. But yeah, I was feeling nostalgic. I was playing a little Tony Hawk, and I was like, oh
Is
yeah.
it or is it someone else?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where do we want them to answer that this week?
What did we do the first week?
We did
Twitter?
We did Twitter, and then we did Gmail. We want Facebook or Steam?
Send us a PlayStation Network friend request and send it to us in message form.
There you go.
And the prize this week, just so...
Are you going to plug our shit?
Yeah.
Okay, so they know where the PlayStation Network ID is?
Oh, yeah,
I
go
will
ahead.
give that out here in a
Go ahead.
second.
The
Go ahead.
prize this week is
Don't
the
post in the
Humble
description.
Weekly Sale, which is Anomaly Warzone Earth, which is kind of a reverse RTS.
That's really
Got
good.
that shit on PlayStation?
That's really good.
Yes, this code is for Steam, Windows, Mac, and Linux, as well as Anomaly Warzone Earth mobile campaign for Android as well. Sleepwalker's Journey is multi-platform. Hunky Smugglers, Anomaly Korea, and Hellhound. So it's a nice little
Anomaly's a
bundle
good
there.
series.
And if you're already our friend on PlayStation Network, you're fine. Just send the answer.
Yeah. So, as always, you can visit us on our main site, which is FwdCompatible.org. You can like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/FwdCompatible Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter, which is @FCompatible. We are on YouTube, YouTube.com/FwdCompatible. We are also available on iTunes and Stitcher. Our PlayStation Network ID and Xbox Live, but we want the answer on PlayStation, is FwdCompatible. Just send us a message with the answer. We'll reply to you and let you know if you got it. And as always, you can email us at
Gmail.
gmail.com.
Just one Gmail, not 3 or 4 Gmails.
Yeah, just one Gmail.
No,
Multiple
all the
Gmails.
Gmails.
So I guess that does it for part 1.
All right. Yeah, that'll
Close
do
it
it for
up.
part 1. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Catch us next week. Same time, same place.
I'm with Stupid. He's right over there.